First, we will start with the Arrow football team. Our first Arrow is senior Jackson Aber, escorted by parents Sean and Nicole Aber.
It's the Arrows and the Minutemen tonight, here live from Community Stadium. Running back to pass, looking left, looking over the middle, got a man on the left side, touchdown Arrows. Briggs has him and brought him down. Ashland comes in 9-0, looking for a perfect season. The Minutemen come in trying to spoil the Arrows season and take a share of the OCC championship with a win on the road in Ashland. The Arrows offense took a little bit of a hit last week in Worcester, but came away with a hard-fought victory. The defense led the way with multiple takeaways.
Do some math, but just a go route right now for Killian O'Brien. Once again, pass breakup. But
tonight, the Minutemen and the Arrows square off for the OCC championship.
Pressure up the middle. He's brought down. The Arrows bring him down.
Bernhard under center.
Can the Minutemen spoil the Arrows' perfect season? Can the Arrows go 10-0 heading into the OHSAA playoffs? Stay tuned. It's next on the Arrows Broadcast Network.
Simonson countdown to kickoff show. We are live from Community Stadium. It's the Arrows and the Minutemen in an OCC championship game here in Ashland. Brandon Wells and Tony Van Dyne up here in the Priest Dental broadcast booth. Chris Mowry will join us in just a moment. It's a beautiful, little bit chilly night, senior night here at Community Stadium. Tony, boy, this is as big as it gets during the regular season. The Arrows 9-0, 5-0 in the conference. Lexington just a game behind with an opportunity to tie and get a share of the OCC.
Yeah, and a huge game for these seniors who are getting recognized here on senior night, week 10. This was one of the goals that the team set forth of the start of the season. They started with beat Mansfield Senior, successful, job done. Job number 2, beat Lex. That's going to happen tonight. And number 3, win the OCC. So a lot of goals coming together for this group of senior-laden Ashland Arrow football team. They're excited. They're focused. Had a great week of practice. It's going to be a fun one tonight.
You have some pretty good confidence about beating Lex. Chris, how about you? You know, I know how much you're hoping the Arrows are able to pull off a victory here tonight.
Yeah, listen, guys, this is the Super Bowl for us in the OCC. This is our Ohio State-Michigan rivalry. I'm sure there's some others, that don't pale in comparison to what this one means to us. Look, let's just call a spade a spade. Ashland doesn't really care for Lex. Lex doesn't really care for Ashland. Let's just be honest with each other. And that's where we're at tonight. It's rivalry week. It is awesome. It's so much fun. For us on the schedule, we get weeks 9 and 10, where Worcester was last week and Lex this week. So we get them back-to-back. The atmosphere is really great. It's electric. Lots of fun. Looking forward to a good ball game here.
Well, last week was an interesting one, guys. We went into Worcester off a big win at West Holmes. We talked about it potentially being a trap game, and guys, it kind of was, but the Arrows came out with the win.
Yeah, the Ashland offense just didn't even really get an opportunity to play much football until the second half. An early turnover by the Worcester Generals led to an early touchdown. A pass from Nathan Bernhard found the end zone, and then a pick 6 from the defense ended up making it 14-0. A quick start, and then Worcester just really grinded down on that game. Just really started to take their time, started to run the ball with Julian Franklin. Nathan Bernhard still goes for 150 yards passing and another 160 yards rushing to kind of put that thing away after the Generals came back a little bit. So 316 all-purpose yards for Nathan, another nice game for him. Killian O'Brien had a couple of big catches to kind of stretch that field out, but really, go down to Chris here. Chris, again, it's that defense that really hung on to get that win against Worcester.
Yeah, the defense played really well. Last week's game was really ironic because we get, we go right down the field, we score, and then we get a pick 6 from Tyler Starr. We got 14-0, and then we give up a long drive, and they put 7 on the board and a 16-yard scamper from the quarterback to make it 14-7. And then you think, oh my goodness. And then as you mentioned, in the first quarter, Bernie and the boys ran 3 offensive plays. That is just wild to think about. But we took a 14-0 lead, and then Worcester factor. You know, ultimately, look, at the end of the day, the scoreboard said 24-14, the Arrows win. A W is a W as long as the saying is. And, you know, was it sloppy last week? Sure, it was. There's no question about it. And those guys went to work on the film and coaching staff, coaching them up and whatnot. You know, for me, we just got to tackle better. I think that's what really hurt us last week, and we turned it over in a couple key critical situations as well. So a couple things we can clean up here tonight for Lexington.
Well, let's take a look at the Week 9 Simonson Construction Services stat board, and you see, Tony, the numbers pretty similar. Julian Franklin had a big day on the ground, but the turnovers were the big story, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. 45 rushing attempts for Julian Franklin. You know, a big part of that 196 rushing yards, but it was the 5 turnovers that the Worcester Generals ended up having for the game. 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles, just too much to come back from. And you can see, you know, on the stream here, you know, just 1 of 6 third down conversions for the Ashland Arrows. Not effective, but also not very many opportunities to have conversion. So Worcester did exactly what they needed to do: slow the game down, make it a running game, keep Nathan Bernhard off the field, but still he finds a way to put up 24 points with this offense and get that Week 9 win.
Chris, what stood out to you last week?
You know, for me, it was the turnovers. You know, I'm going to sound like a broken record, what you guys just talked about, but look, at the end of the day, you know, we got it down there close to the end zone. Killian O'Brien coughs it up. We're going to score some points there, whether it's a field goal, whether it's a touchdown, what have you. And then Worcester on the other end, they turn it over 5 times and only lose the football game by 10 points. That's kind of hard to believe. We turned it over twice. So turnovers is the story of that game. And then, as I mentioned a little bit previously, tackling was equally as big for these Arrows with all the missed tackles. I think by our count, we had 9 missed tackles last week, which certainly as we go Week 10, Week 11, Week 12, we'll see how far we get. Can't be doing that here this late in the season.
Well, it's senior night here at Community Stadium on the Countdown to Kickoff pregame show. We'll be right back with our Whitcomb and Hest pregame guest. It's going to be a board member. You'll have to stay tuned to see who it is right after this break.
JT.
The team at Whitcomb and Hess have all of your needs covered. Plan, grow, thrive. Financial advisors and CPAs will help you grow your business and investments. And now it's time for the Whitcomb and Hess pregame show guest.
Thanks for making this happen.
Welcome back to Community Stadium. I'm Chris Mowry, joined alongside by Board President John Tevan, joining us on the Whitcomb and Hess pregame guest. Thanks for coming on, John. Good to see you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for your work. Thanks for making this happen for Ashland.
So you spent a lot of time here in Ashland in your youth. Tell us a little bit about that, what you remember growing up here, and kind of the childhood that you had.
Yeah, grew up, born and raised in Ashland, moved away my freshman year to high school. But what shaped a lot of it was, believe it or not, Brookside Golf, junior golf lessons, Paul Deensberger, George Valentine, so many others, Lorne Green, and loved being an Arrow. Unfortunately, moved to Warsaw, Indiana, Winona Lake, the orthopedic capital of the world, so hips, joints are all made there. And lived in Winona Lake, attended Grace College, and Ashland's always been home.
So after Winona Lake, after Ashland, where did life kind of take you, you know, after you graduated college, and what did you do as your career and so on and so forth?
So the first 10 years after getting married, married Christina Fox, Christina Tevan.
Great lady, by the way.
Great lady, yeah, highly recommend her. She's phenomenal. By the way, the married guys, if you're married, you can either be right or you can be happy. So actually I taught 2nd grade, taught in the public schools, really enjoyed that. Felt like I got a front row seat to education, so being on that side of the table. Worked on some master's work, played a lot of golf, and we had a baby named Magdalene that's about your daughter's age, and so moved, just teaching, working, playing golf, enjoying summers, that type thing.
So she's driving now, right?
Magdalene's driving now, yes. We're proud of her and staying on the road, doing a great job.
No speeding tickets.
No speeding tickets, no nothing.
That would be a problem in the Tevan house, I know that.
Yeah, I know insurance might go up, but that's life in America, right?
So golfing, let's talk a little bit about that. You went on to play at a pretty high level, if I remember, and you carried a plus handicap, had your PGA Tour card or a PGA Pro, right?
Yeah, so I was a teaching pro, and then for a while, and then missed a Monday qualifier for the Buick Open in the early 2000s to play, and thought, hey, I want to give that a shot, but now focus on more education and even helping at junior golf in the summers when it works.
Well, he's trying to get off the golf topic real quick. I'm not. I'm going to go right back to it if you guys know me. So I got a question for you. At Ashland Golf Club, you and Paramore tee it up. Who's winning that match?
Yeah, Steve Paramore every time.
No. Take a little confidence here, John. I know you.
Well, yeah, Steve's Money in the Bank. The guy, lowdraw.com. super player. I think I could maybe stay with him the first, at least off the range, and then hole one. But the guy's going to make birdies, and he's been there since day one. He knows the course.
Are you getting Camden Mowry out there?
Camden Mowry is going to take my money too. Tyler Sabo. You just keep the list continues.
Chris Mowry will be donating back to you, so at least there's a half and a half in the Mowry house. So what is the role of a board president? We mentioned that you're the ACS board president a couple of years here. What's the role of the board president?
So I view it as we're being encouragement to we hire two people, the superintendent and the treasurer. So as long as the boards can encourage and make those two things happen, we're not hiring, we're not firing, we're not football. It's more of maintaining them. So my goal is to be an encouragement to Steve Paramore and Kyle Klingler to make sure, our staff, our busing, our athletics, our academics, online, offline, all that works and comes together. And I feel like you need to be in the mix to make better decisions for your regrets. So my goal is to be in every building once every 2 to 3 weeks to understand what's going on and not just make decisions on a Monday night.
It's regrets, not regrets, right? Like a movie that we've both seen?
Yes, it's regrets. Better decisions, fewer regrets. Regrets, yeah.
Atta boy. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the fiscal responsibility inside the district. How's our standing?
Yeah, it looks really, really good. Kyle just came up with a 5-year forecast that we're coming up, this Monday night. So he's super responsible. He shows it to us like it is. Of course, we're watching state funding. COVID money's gone. So I think there's nutrition where teachers are retiring, and we're taking a look at numbers and what's really going on with birth rates.
All right, last question for you, and this is for you. Look in that camera, and you let all the parents and community members out there know a message from the board or yourself personally about the Ashland City School District.
Yeah, well, our rights are given by God, not by the government, and the board that is serving now cares about your kids, whether you're on the football field or in the study halls to the buses. What happens to your kids matters to us, and we want to make that totally clear, that really what happens to you matters to us. And so on behalf of the board, Pam Mowry, Greg Summers, Tom Hart, and Gina Deppert, reach out to us, let us know what we can do to serve you and make your experience even better.
Sounds good, John. Appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Thanks, Chris Maurer. You guys are awesome.
All right, we'll be right back after this message.
Is that okay?
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Welcome back to the Simonson Countdown to Kickoff pregame show. The Arrows and the Minutemen getting ready to square off in what is a de facto OCC championship game here tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll have kickoff for you here in just a few minutes. But first, just a reminder, if you're out there, you can go down to the South Street Grill. Maybe you're already there watching the game, the official Arrows watch party location for Arrows football every Friday night. And that might be for another 4, 5, 6 weeks. Who knows, Tony?
Let's hope so. Let's
right?
hope so.
And then after that, we'll have girls and boys basketball. We're just so excited this year to be covering so many games. And our thanks to our friends down at the South Street Grill, where you can have yourself a great dinner. Chris, I will start with you. The Arrows, they have been fantastic all season long, right? There's not much that this squad can't do offensively, defensively, special teams. We look at their profile, and Chris, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. The reality is this Arrows team has been tested multiple ways. We've been tested with, teams that we haven't played before. We've been tested in triple overtime. We've had unknown commodities in Maple Heights coming to town. We've had rivalry games in Worcester and so on and so forth. The reality is the Arrows are 9 up, 9 down, and 9 wins in the left column, which is the correct column. But Tony's going to highlight the offense. I like to talk about the defense. The defense giving up 18 points a game, and I'm going to repeat myself from last week. When you can hold a opponents to under 3 touchdowns, you should win the football game, and that's what these guys have done. Giving up 323 yards of offense, 35 sacks. Tony, you're an old D lineman, 35 of them babies, 69 tackles for loss. I would have said Wells and I got some of those too, but we didn't play football. And we averaged 4 sacks, 7 tackles for loss a game. It's really amazing. And then the crazy cat is Gunnar Lacey, guys. I mean, the guy is just a human wrecking ball. 120 tackles, 7 sacks. Tyler Sauter's running mate, 97 tackles, 2 sacks. It's been pretty awesome, and the Arrows defense holding opponents to 3 yards of rushing, and that defensive line, Tony, I'm going to give a little love to your former position group, 15 sacks, 24 takeaways. This group is clicking at the right time here for Week 10.
Offensively, Tony, I mean, they've been awesome. You know, they can run, pass. It's a great balance with Nathan Bernhardt out there.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree with Chris. The defense has been phenomenal, and we saw a phenomenal defense last year. It's almost like we're just beginning to turn out really good defensive units. I've been excited, obviously, about the offense. 37 points per game, just a notch under 400 yards per game. You know, getting 48% conversion rates on third down, taking care of the football. We've taken away the football 9 more times than we've given it over, so a +9 turnover rating. You know, and the question that we had coming into the season was who was going to be the individual to get the rushing game going, and that's clearly been the quarterback, Nathan Bernhardt. Anytime it's, you know, we spread it out 5 wide and we say, hey, we're going to throw the ball down the field, and teams say, hey, we dare you to run, he continues just to grind out rushing touchdowns, 3 touchdown games, 3 touchdown games, a 4 touchdown game. And when you put this thing together, Ashland's only trailed 3 times all season. Once game week 1 at River Valley, a 7-6 moment before we were able to take the lead. Once at Madison in an overtime. Yeah. And we made that right really quick. And then once against Mansfield Senior, a 3-0 early interception that they ended up getting a field goal, and then Ashton kind of ran away with that game. So the offense has just been humming. Last week was maybe the first time that we didn't see the offense fully get into their rhythm. And I think we're going to see a huge swing from what we saw last week against Worcester. I think this offense is going to get into gear and see some points tonight.
Guys, I'm sorry, Brandon, I got good. One thing. This is really, really important. In 2010, the Arrows averaged 40.1 points a game. We come into this game averaging 36.77. These are for all my friends out here watching it from whether they're in community stadium, listening to their earpiece, or they're at home watching. We only need 71 points tonight, boys, to break that all-time record. You know exactly the number of points I'm rooting for.
71 would be amazing. 72, right.
Boom.
Guys, let's take a look at Lex, right? I mean, look, this is a team that comes in 5-4, 4-1 in the OCC, putting up 20. They've had a lot of close games. This is important for them. Last year, they beat us in a weird one, right? Multiple delays, rain, lightning, power outages, only on our side. It was weird. They haven't won a game this year against a team with a winning record.
Yeah, and the season started with an 0-3 start. They, went into Ontario, then hosted Shelby, and then went over to Clear Fork. And it kind of really seemed like Lexington was maybe just going to roll over and then kind of call it, a season. But all of a sudden they got right with a north win and a win against Worcester and then Mansfield Senior. But to your point, no one that's really had a winning record. So the offense hasn't really been as productive as we thought they would be coming into this season, just a little bit over 20 points per game, and they're giving up 18.5. And when you do that, you're going to be kind of a 500-win team. But this game is just as big. We really didn't think this was going to be an OCC championship game, after those first couple of weeks. But, here we are, Week 10, third season under Coach Andrew Saris, 13-17 all-time for Andrew. He would love to at least have a share of the OCC title with a win here tonight.
Chris, the Arrows have been very successful against Lexington, 31-9, and I will tell you the last time they won here was 2018, 43-36, and when we look at the regional rankings for Lex, guys, it's important for them tonight. If they win, if they were able to pull an upset here tonight against the Arrows, they're most likely going to have a home game. If they lose, there's a chance they're out.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about when you're playing a team. Again, we've talked about first-level points and second-level points. The first-level points is what you get just for beating a team, but it's the second-level points. You get a little bit of the points from all the teams that team is also beaten. So we are coming in with 9 wins with 9 teams that we're just dragging all these extra points around for anyone that might be able to knock us off. So a big opportunity here for Lexington to maybe be able to have a Week 1 home game.
Look, let me be real honest.
I do.
There
Like you're ever
is-
anything but honest.
I
Come
know,
on.
you're right. Absolutely. Anybody that knows me knows I am. There are 17,336 people in Ashland and the surrounding area. Those all 17,000 plus are looking for nothing better than deliver a loss to Lexington and allow them not to participate in the OHSAA playoffs. That goes for everybody here in the stadium, everybody watching at home as well. And that's what rivalry weeks are about. That's what, you've been coming to these games for 10, 15 years. And, speaking of 15 years,
boy.
do you know that Arrow's record against these Minutemen the last 15?
Let's hear it.
13-2, baby!
All right, well, let's take a look at the Arrows region, guys, because right now we know we're going to be home next week in week 1, and there's a chance, if we're able to win tonight, a pretty solid chance that we could be home for multiple weeks until you get to neutral site. Right now we're in that 5-hole. There's some games in front of us that could go in our favor.
Yeah, when you look at the top 4, Big Walnut, Walnut Ridge, Massillon, and St. Francis, 2 of those teams are playing teams with at least 8 wins. So an 8-1 team and a 9-0 team.
And Massillon's playing McKinley, guys. I know it's Massillon. They're awesome, but they're at home, and it's McKinley. So that's one of those rivalry games that could go either way, too.
Absolutely,
yeah. The thought, though, of all 4 of those teams coming out with a win tonight, probably a pretty low percentage. I think currently statistically, what are we, a 97% chance with a win
according
tonight.
to Drew Pasteur, yes.
Moving up to the top 4. So one thing at a time, right? You take care of Lexington, you also get the OCC championship, and then you start focusing on a week 1 win, which we know will be at Community Stadium next week.
Well, we'll take a short break and be back with more after this here on the Simonson Countdown to Kickoff pregame show.
Players Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
Welcome back to the Simonson Countdown to Kickoff pregame show. Brandon Wiles and Tony Van Dyne in the Priest Dental broadcast booth. Chris Mowry down on the sideline as our analyst. It's a beautiful night for football. The Arrows and the Minutemen getting ready to get underway here for the OCC title. Arrows can pull off their first undefeated season since 2006 and only their second in 118 years, Tony. Fantastic opportunity here.
Yeah, it's been fun to kind of follow along the social media of kind of like reliving some of those old days and seeing the community kind of comment about like, hey, that's my dad and that's my grandfather. And you don't realize that you're kind of living in history until you take a moment and pause and realize 9-0 is special. 10-0 is really special. And to think that most of these kids playing football tonight were not alive for that 2006 team, you just have to kind of take a moment and say, wow, this is fun. This is a lot of fun. These kids are really talented. With one more win tonight, we get to put another notch in history.
Well, don't forget, guys, we are going to be doing a live preview show for basketball. I know it's almost basketball time down at the South Street Grill on December 3rd, Tuesday, December 3rd at 6 o'clock. Boys and girls basketball preview live. We'll be streaming it live on the YouTube channel as well, but Chris Mowry and I will have that. We'll have all kinds of special guests, coaches and players alike, and then the superintendent, of course, will join us. So we look forward to that. But right now, guys, let's take a look at Michael Franz. He's back, but he's only back on one side of the ball, we think. We're not quite sure what's going to happen, but we're going to take a look at our Simonson player profile.
Yeah, obviously, Michael remembers the 2023 overtime win against River Valley and bringing back Coach Valentine, obviously a big part of his senior season and part of his football career. A very talented baseball player as well in the spring. He'll eat anything with chicken. Obviously cheering for the Guardians because he's a good baseball fan, playing some Xbox, looking up to his mom and dad, and obviously wants to attend college and play some baseball and hopefully attend law school. Michael Franz likely to play one side, like you said, and just defense because the offense has been so prolific. They really don't need him on the offensive side.
We'll pause for the playing of the national anthem by the Ashland Arrows marching band led by Marty Krall.
This is Rivalry Week, and we are thankful to bring it to you live every week. Brandon, Tony, myself, Brandon Gunner up there, Steve Paramore on the road running these. The reality is we would not be able to bring you these broadcasts without our advertisers and sponsors. Many, many local people in the community. Give them a thank you. You see them out in the community, tell them thanks. Thanks for their support. Really appreciate that. You have dental needs, go to Priest Dental. Need your will updated, check out Andrew Bush. You need a deck, go see Bo Lacey. You need an addition, go check out Simonson Construction Services. There is a host of people that have made these things reality and possible. And honestly, from us to you, please go check them out, give them a little patronage, and we'll see everybody here at the South Street Grill on 12/3 live for our preview show.
Yeah, Chris, well said. You're right. And guys, this is it, man. This is week 10. We talked before the season about like, hey, how many wins do you think they're going to get this year? And we were all in that 7 to 8 range, right? Thinking, man, that'd be a great season.
A couple of us were there. Someone else had to come up, right? Let's be honest.
Wait, I said, let's just say it this way.
I think I went first, and I said 8. I said 8, and Chris was like, whoa, TBD going for it. I'm like, yeah, this is at least an 8-win team. Chris, I think you were around 7.
I was. I said
okay.
7. I said 7 and 3, and the reason I said that was a couple unknowns, Lindsley and Maple Heights.
Yeah.
And I said, but you'll remember, I said that's the floor.
That's the
floor.
floor
Was 7.
You did say that.
And we are closing in on 10 wins. I'm going to remind you, this is Rivalry Week.
Just to be clear, guys, I might have started lower, but before the season started,
we got you excited about it.
I listened to my analysts, Chris and Tony, in the Priest Dental broadcast booth, and I said, all right, we're winning 8 games. We're getting 8 games. So, yeah, we're just excited with an opportunity to win 10.
Yeah, and so much credit goes to these seniors, and we're celebrating them tonight. They get to have one more night of recognition here at Community Stadium, but they also get to play at least one more game. That's the funny thing is, it's kind of like the senior night's the last opportunity to play at home in front of your home crowd. These guys know we get another one, which is wonderful. They've had a whole week of celebration. It's been fun to see them honor their parents, and obviously, you know, being a parent of an athlete, it just takes so much. And to see finally years and years of work and hard work and early mornings and late nights and picking up extra food to feed this growing young man.
And that reminds me, we want to thank the Bernhard family for feeding the football team this week. Make sure that they get their proper due. We're really thankful. There's a lot of kids to feed out here every week.
Yeah, but these seniors have led the way. The offensive line has been phenomenal. Juniors have stepped into huge spots. Young sophomores have played their role and have really stepped up and elevated their game. Obviously, at this point now, there is no sophomore, there is no junior. Everyone's playing on the varsity level.
I know Chris is going to try to catch Coach Valentine if he has time, but we'll check and see if we might be out of time at this point. But we want to thank Spring Smith for all of our sideline interviews. And I know Chris was hoping to catch up with Coach, but right now, Chris, is he even out there ready to go yet?
No, we're going to get him. Stand by.
Okay, I got you. Look, we want to thank our friends at Sarver Paving and our friends at Hedstrom Entertainment for Unplugged Fun for more than 100 years. Hedstrom, the game sponsor all season long. Sarver Paving has just been a magnificent benefactor in helping us get all of these games out and going. We want to thank Ian Owens, who's been on game camera all season long here at home. Garth Boyd has done a yeoman's job, whatever a yeoman is. That's what he's done. So we're just glad to have everybody on board. It has been, and of course, Brandon Gunder. I want to make sure my man, Mr. Gunder over here, you can look in here. Come on, put your head in here and say, hey, there he is. Right, Brandon Gunder's been helping us all season long, and I know Chris is about to catch up with Coach Valentine, so we'll send it down to Chris.
Coach, I know we're going to kick it off real quick here. I'll walk with you to go get your headset. Lots of emotion here tonight in Community Stadium, a chance to do something we haven't done since 2006. What's it going to take for us to be successful?
We just got to play together, play hard, do the little things right, and good things will happen.
It's rivalry, Coach. Let's go get another one.
Sounds good.
Back to you guys.
Here we go, guys. It is time for football here at Community Stadium. The Arrows will kick it off. Lexington going right to left. White jerseys, white helmets, black pants. The Arrows, meanwhile, black pants, orange jerseys, and black helmets. Thanks to Bo Lacey sponsoring our scoreboard all season long. And we're going to be keeping you up to date on some scores that are important as well from around the region, games that matter to the Arrows. And we will keep you up to date on all of those games, particularly the ones out in front of us, although Massillon plays McKinley tomorrow. O'Brien kicks it away on the Connery Manufacturing kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. Lexington will come out on the offensive side. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the defense for the Arrows. Brought to you by Andrew Bush Law Office. Gunnar Lacey right there in the middle.
Yeah, you can't say enough about Gunnar Lacey. He just has been a menace to both running backs and quarterbacks. He's really been the fourth man of this defensive front. Ashland runs a three-man front, but with Gunnar Lacey kind of shooting that A-gap and B-gap, really speeds up the passing game. He's really taking, slow down the running attack of most teams. Look for him to really be a menace for Joe Caudill tonight.
1st and 10 at the 20. Caudill in the shotgun. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far. Arrows with 3 down linemen. This Lex squad putting up just a little over 20 points per game. It's a quick screen out to the near side. It's caught in the backfield, 20, 25, 30, and knocked down, pushed down or out of bounds out past the 35 is Braden Fogel. His first catch of the ball game, 6'5", 225-pound junior.
Yeah, Ashland not making enough of an adjustment there. Fogel coming in from the far side into a trips formation, and when you don't bring another defender over for the Ashland Arrows, you're just outmanned. So a quick throw over to Braden Fogel, and he scampers for another 10. Going to move the chains and pick up 15, a first down here for the Minutemen.
Caudill and the Lex Minutemen. Allen in there, the 5'9", 170-pound junior. Battled back from an ankle injury earlier this season. It's a keeper Caudill. Near side to the 40. He's got some room and wrapped up in the 46. It's a pickup of 11 for Caudill, and Sauter in on the tackle. And a couple of really successful plays on the offensive side.
That's the running attack for Lexington, more quarterback-centric than anything. No true running back on this team. They've got a couple of guys out there, Braden Fogel, Seven Allen, who you've mentioned, Gage Powell we'll talk about, and Markel Martin. But for the most part, those guys are a little bit undersized to be running back, so they're going to use number 17, Joe Caudill, as their both trigger man, passing the ball, and as their primary runner tonight.
Trips right, single to the near side. Caudill in the shotgun at the 46. 1st down and 10 just underway. He's rolling out right. Quick pass to Seven Allen, caught at the 48 and knocked down right there. And nice job on a tackle by Sauter. It's a short gain of 3.
Little sprint out here for Lexington, trying to move the target to make sure that Gunnar Lacey doesn't have an opportunity to get some speed, and that's just a designed play to try to get the ball out to their athlete, Seven Allen. A nice rally by Tyler Sauter. Nice man-on-man coverage and a good tackle. Going to get 3, but a nice first nice stop here for Ashland defense.
2nd down and 7. Going right to left. Thanks to our friends over at iHeartRadio for joining us tonight. Caudill, keeper, right side off the shotgun. He's into Arrows territory and wrapped up just inside the 49. It'll be 3rd down and about 4, maybe 4.5 yards for the Minutemen.
And guys, as you highlighted, Michael Franz is starting on the back end of the defense for the Arrows tonight.
Well, good to see Mr. Franz out there.
Franz Ferdinand.
The Archduke trips near side, single to the far. Caudill in the shotgun. 3rd down and 5 from the 49. And he's audibling. Checking that wristband. My man, back to pass. Pressure off the edge, pressure up the middle. Arrows spring the house. He gets away, but not for long. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. And the Arrows bring him down.
Nice pressure from that front 3. Just too much pressure in Joe's face. And before, Tyler Sauter coming on an outside linebacker blitz, kind of making Joe Caudill step up into the pocket. And then Gunnar Lacey doing what he's done all night and all season, stepping up there for a tackle for a loss. Loss of 1, going to bring out the punting unit here for the Minutemen.
Out there right now. Trenton will punt it away. High, spiraling punt, cornered into the angled near the 15, and the Arrows will get their first offensive possession with 9:24 to go in the first quarter. That gives us an opportunity to tell you about Ward Realty. Our friends at CB Ward, Coldwell Banker Ward, brings you this whole first half. Ward Real Estate, cbward.com. Check them out if you need anything in the realty market. Rob Ward and Mike Parker and everybody over there does a fantastic job as well. And here we are with the Arrows' first possession. Give a look at that starting lineup right there. Nathan Bernhard and Gabe Baith, Grayson Baith, Sauter, Killian O'Brien, Dakota Crudy. And then we'll talk about the big guys up front here in just a minute. We'll send a man in motion. 1st down and 10. Quick pass out to the far side. It's caught by Gabe Baith, 20, 25, 30, out near the 35, and finally brought down on the far side but a big pickup before Markale Martin brings him down.
Not much going on, nothing very fancy there, just that's getting the ball out to Gabe Baith. Didn't have a catch last week against Worcester, and he makes the most of this quick pass, goes for 22, and the first BB&C Car Care first down of the night. Nathan Bernhard went over the 2,000-yard mark last week against Worcester, now at 2,013 passing yards coming into this game. 20 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Obviously, that number is already increasing with that 22-yard pass completion.
It's a keeper. Bernie on the shotgun. Keeper up the middle, turns and spins and gets brought down at the 41. That's a pickup of 6, though, on first down. Well, it looked like not much, but, you know, at 6'6", Tony, it's easy for him to get a couple yards like that.
Yeah, and this Lexington Minuteman defensive front, a little undersized. When you even look on film, this offensive staff really thought that their 5 offensive linemen up front can kind of dominate up front, and they're going to have to if they continue to widen out those middle linebackers and just have 3 guys in the middle. That's just daring Ashland to run the ball.
It's a quick pass, fired out to Sauter, caught at the 45, and he's going to have an Arrows first down with 8:39 to go. That'll move the chains, and Sauter gets a target.
Yeah, Tyler Sauter had a huge game a couple weeks ago against West Holmes, his best game as an Ashland Arrow this season, going over 130 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Last week, though, Worcester really made the adjustment and kind of put a defender over him all night long. No targets, no catches for Tyler Sauter last week. Good to see him getting involved in this offense here tonight.
Grayson Baith in motion, play action. Little quick hitter out to the far side, fired and caught by Gabe Baith, 50, 45, 40, and knocked down at the 39-yard line. That's going to be another Arrows first down after a gain of 16.
I was going to give him 14, but 14. I'll go with you. Again, Nathan Bernhard, kind of the same play that they started this drive with, just a quick throw out there to number 8. And we can see on the wide shot, when we go back to this lineup, the defenders are starting so far back. You know, the ball's right now marked on the 39-yard line of Lexington, and the defenders are almost 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. With that, Nathan can just continue just to throw easy curl routes all night long.
Bernie, quick look right now. He's going to tuck it and run left side, 35, still on his feet, and gets hit hard at the 31 and knocked down right there near the 30. Bernie took kind of a shot, but he's okay. Bigger's in on the tackle for Lex, the senior defensive lineman.
Yeah, I think it's surprising how quickly, until you get out there and actually see Nathan run that 6'5" frame, he's quicker than you think and he's stronger than you think. Running guys over through the first 9 weeks. First time that Lexington's seen this guy running downhill, and he's going to do it one more time.
Bernie, keeper, left side, not much there. It was 2nd down and 2, and there is a flag.
Flag on the field.
It's in the Arrows backfield right at the 31.
Yeah, coming from the umpire from the back, it means it's not going to be any sort of alignment or early movement. It's going to be a hold.
Hands to the face. 51 on the offense.
Hey, that mic is working well right now out there. My man Garth Boyd has fixed it. Well done, sir. So we were able to get the nice call. There was a bad call for the Arrows, but it's 5 yards going backward. Actually, that was a 10-yarder, wasn't it? So
yeah, that was 10.
Puts it back to the 41, 2nd down and 12 for Ashland coming up.
They're going to call hands to the face on Brandon Briggs, the center. You know, sometimes you see this on replays on Saturdays or on Sundays. Sometimes just when you engage with that defensive lineman, your hands can slip off and you don't even intend to, but you catch a face mask, and with the power and the pressure that you're trying to put on that defender, all of a sudden you hit their helmet. Penalty gets called 10 yards.
Bernie back to pass, looking downfield for a bomb. Killian O'Brien caught at the 10. Touchdown Arrows. Ashland strikes first. KOB.
Got to go back 10 yards for the penalty, but that just gives Nathan Bernhard a little bit more space. A lot of pressure going out there, a lot of contact, but it wasn't even to that guy. Killian O'Brien getting behind the defender, Caden Kunkel, the senior, to get Ashland on the board, 6-0.
You soften them up, you soften them up, you run the ball, you soften them up with another curl, and that's going to be open. Well done by this Ashland offense.
Comfort control touchdown for the Arrows, and the extra point pending from Carson O'Brien. Snap is low, good hold though by Killian O'Brien, and it's up and good. 7-0, Arrows up. We'll take a break, be back after this.
At Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection, we're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
Welcome back here to Community Stadium on the Arrows YouTube Broadcasting Network, presented by Sarver Paving, also on iHeartRadio, 1340 WNCO. Arrows up 7-0. And a kickoff going left to right. Carson O'Brien boots it, and it's grabbed at the 4. Here comes Fogel, 10, 15, 20. And he is brought down, spun down to the ground at the 16. They're going to give him a whole heck of a lot of forward progress up to the 20.
Good tackle there by Grayson Bates. Sometimes when the big guy gets the ball, you can kind of anticipate that guys don't want to go make contact. He's 6'5", he's 220 pounds, he's a D1 recruit. Oh no, he's so strong. And then a sophomore comes down and just rips him down. A nice tackle there by Grayson Bates. Hey, a great start for Nathan Bernhardt on that offensive drive. 4 for 4 for 83 yards. He gets the touchdown pass completion to Killian O'Brien. Also gets a couple of rushing yards, 14 rushing yards there for Nathan Bernhardt. Nathan came in with 900 yards rushing, right at 100 yards per game. Has a chance to go over the 1,000 mark here on game 10.
Caudle in its shotgun. First possession resulted in a punt after getting out near midfield. Caudle, play action, quick hitter to Fogel. Caught at the 18, 20, 25. Makes one man miss briefly with a stiff arm, but Michael Franz back brings him down, holding on to the ankles.
Yeah, again, it's similar to the Minutemen kind of giving a little bit of free space defensively. Right now, Ashland giving a little bit of free space. That's an easy throw and catch by Braden Fogel, his second target and second catch. Going to pick up 9 yards and set up a second and short here for Lexington.
Landon Briggs also in on the tackle. Senior night here at Community Stadium. Arrows off to a good start. 7-0, 6 minutes to go in a first quarter. Second down and 1 for Lex.
Camden Boozer going to be the running back.
Handoff, Boozer. He's got the first down and brought down at the 32-yard line. 3-yard pickup for Boozer.
Boozer's just their short yardage guy. Just 33 carries on the season, 3 touchdowns though, and 174 season rushing yards. He has had a long of 56, so he does have the breakaway speed if you don't bring him down early, but for the most part, Camden's the short down back.
Check in with Chris here in just a little bit. He's got Mason Mowry down on the sideline. They might be related. Caudle in the shotgun. Quick pass out to the right, caught at the 30, to the 35. It's Fogel, I believe, on the far side, and now knocked down at the 40. And it is Fogel. They'll mark him at the 39, pickup of 7. He's such a big target, Tony.
Yeah, and he had to double catch that one. The defender for Ashland putting a hand up there trying to deflect that quick throw by Joe Caudle. Probably an opportunity for someone to jump that pass, but if you can kind of lure Joe into kind of throwing that thing quickly, throw that thing quickly, someone like a Tyler Sauter is going to begin to read that and make a pick 6 here if he's not careful.
Music to my ears.
Under 5 minutes to go in a first quarter. Single right, twins left. Markel Martin in the backfield takes the handoff, 40. And he is brought down right away. That defensive line, Liam Gertel, first man there. And nice job by the Arrows defense.
Yeah, you don't really think that a 3-man front's going to be that effective stopping the run, but linebackers do a good job of reading and reacting. As soon as you see the handoff, the quarterback turns to hand that ball off. They get the green light to kind of close down, take that B gap, take that C gap away. Good job there by the defense rallying. Going to give them 1 yard on the rush. Going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Big third down coming for the Minutemen. 3rd down and 2. Caudle in the shotgun. Single back behind him. Single receiver either way. Low snap's going to be a keeper on a sweep to the near side. First down and more. 45 into Arrows territory and knocked down at the 48-yard line by Jaden Goings. And he'll mark it at the 49. It's a pickup of 12.
Lexington came out with Fogel lined up as a true tight end and then brought motion from right to left and actually added another wing back. All of a sudden, you've got a guard, a tackle, a tight end, and a wing back all leading the way there for quarterback Joe Caudle. Lots of guys who can block that three-man front. Ashland didn't make enough of an adjustment. Going to give up about 10 yards on that rush and a first down for Lexington here with 3:37 to go in the first quarter. Ashland Arrows leading 7-0.
We'll try to get it to you, Chris. Twins right. Single to the near side. Caudle, handoff, and met in the backfield, spinning away from it, but not too far. Brought down for a loss. Martin, nothing there. Cooper Smith in on the tackle. And the Arrows with a big first down stop, second down and long. We'll send it down to Chris with Mason Mowry, give him a chance to talk with this young cheerleader we know.
Thanks, Brandon. Here with Mason Mowry, a junior here at Ashland High School, presented by Sprang Smith, your hometown insurance leader. Thanks for taking the time, Mason.
Of course, Dad.
Dad, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, this is my daughter, Mason, in case anybody didn't know. How long have you been a cheerleader here at Ashland?
I've been a cheerleader at Ashland for 3 years.
And your favorite cheer?
Here we go, Arrows, here we go.
Do you have any, you can tell us a little bit more about that cheer?
I mean, Alyssa always says don't sing it. I try not to.
Okay, I got it. What's your favorite thing about Friday Night Football?
Getting to cheer at down at the sidelines and just looking up at Mom and seeing her there and seeing you, of course.
Guys, she got a mom plug and a dad plug in. She must be wanting something. We're 9-0, Mason, on the year. We're playing our dreaded rival, Lexington. What do you think the rest of the season holds for our Arrows?
Staying undefeated and making it into playoffs and hopefully winning.
That's it. And what other activities are you involved with here at the high school?
I am a member of Symphonic Choir. I am in Arrow Inner Circle, and I am involved in Arrow to Arrow mentoring.
Love the mentoring program. What's your plans post-graduation? Have you started thinking about that?
Yes, I have. I plan to go to AU to major in English to become an English teacher.
Atta girl,
okay.
Yeah!
Brandon's up there applauding. Okay, I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to let you go. You've had a lot of experience with this. Not that I've told her, guys.
Yeah.
I don't believe
you look
that.
right there in that camera, and you let everybody know who the biggest rival in the OCC is.
Lexington, of course.
Back to you guys.
Undefeated, Chris, 10-0. Lexington, meanwhile, picks up a big third down conversion. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Arrows. Caudle back to pass. Looking. Pressure rolls left. He's going to launch it downfield. He's got Seven Allen open. Caught at the 13 and pushed out of bounds right there. A big
say no.
Oh, my
incomplete. Out of bounds.
goodness. They're saying he was juggling it.
Yeah, just an extended play there by Joe Caudle, finally getting able to throw something downfield, and they're going to say he juggles it and doesn't get two hands and a foot inbounds. So going to be an incomplete pass to Seven Allen.
Official was right on it, guys, and the Arrows dodge a bullet. It's second down and 10.
A little bit of a corner route. You know, Michael Franz, we've talked about being back. He's the speedster for Ashland, was out with a broken collarbone. Coming back to play at least some defense here tonight for Lexington, kind of playing the middle of that field. And then Killian O'Brien also on the coverage.
Arrows blitz on a keeper up the middle by Caudle on 2nd and 10. He gets down to the 35, a pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Thanks to our friends over at Sprang Smith for the sideline interview with junior cheerleader Mason Mowry. Going to go to Ashland University and study English. I'm married to a woman who went to Ashland University and studied English, but she went the creative writing way. Twins right, trips left.
Know anybody at a school district that might be able to get her a teaching job down the road?
I have no comment. In the shotgun, Caudle. looking right. Quick pass, caught. It's a first down at the 27 and knocked out of bounds right there. And it was Gage Powell, the senior wideout.
Again, just a soft cushion on the
really
outside.
Soft.
Yeah, 10 yards and dropping quick.
On 3rd and 7.
Josh Ngani just not wanting to give up a big play. Going to give up enough for a first down. Going to be a gain of 8 or 9.
Tony, is that the respect for Caudle's arm, or is it the respect for Powell? I mean, that was a really soft cushion.
It looked like Ashland was bringing pressure from the linebackers. So if you're bringing pressure up front, you're kind of giving up that middle zone, but saying, hey, we're gonna try to get a throw fast, but we don't want something over the top.
Caudle. It's a handoff up the middle. Markel Martin's got all kinds of room. 10, 5, and he is in the end zone, but the ball goes loose. They're going to say it was a touchdown, and he has it. Markel Martin from 21 yards out has made it a 7-6 ball game. Extra point pending with 1:37 to go in the first quarter.
Just a dash right up the middle and a couple of stunts up front gets the Ashland defense out of position and no one able to bring down Markel Martin. A nice little shifty move around the 7-yard line gets him all the way in. He did lose possession of the football, but the officials are going to say that was after he crossed the goal line. It rolled out of the back of the end zone. Special teams kicker to bring in the extra point.
Yep, Colton Jugovic kicks it, and it's blocked. It's blocked. The Arrows blocked the extra point. Hard to see who it was up there, but the Arrows have done that a couple times this year. Take a look at the replay here on the YouTube feed.
Third block kick, and this is going to be the nose tackle. Can't see the number from here, but just 72, 73.
Gunnar Lacey.
Going to give it to Gunnar Lacey.
It was Gunnar 24 who came up that nose tackle slot.
Yeah,
and gets the block. Who else?
Yeah, you can't hit the center whenever the center is long snapping with his head down, but you can go right beside him. Offensive guard in charge of that A-gap, not doing his job and just letting Gunnar Lacey through the middle. His second kick block of the season.
Well, and Lexington, that's the fourth. They've had 4 extra points blocked now. That was the first by Jugovic because Mack had been doing the majority of the kicking, and he had 3 blocked.
And just 75% kicking all season.
Well, and so you see, obviously, the Arrows special teams unit saw something on tape that they could exploit, and that's what happens right there. That's just good coaching as well. And let's be honest, Gunnar Lacey's just an animal.
Yeah, it's Gunnar Lacey. We talked about his stats. He's just stuffed the sheet all season long. I said this about Sister Kennedy in basketball last year. Young Gunnar Lacey better be careful. He's getting ready to play himself on the first-team All-District and first-team All-Ohio teams.
Arrows will be back to receive with 1:37 to go and a 7-6 lead right now here at home on senior night. Arrows 9-0. Lex 5-4. Jugovic boots it away. Back to grab it are the Arrows at the 2. Sauter to the 10, 15, 20, 25. Still on his feet and spun down at the 32. But a nice return for Tyler Sauter.
Yeah, good return all the way back to the end zone, able to keep his feet out of the end zone to be able to return it. A big return lane there. I'm sure Tyler Sauter is going to want to get another shot at a couple more kickoff returns there, but that one coming out all the way to the 32-yard line where Nathan Bernhard will take back over.
Tony, I think Sauter would prefer no more kickoffs returns for the rest of the game. We'll just hang him here at 6 points.
We'll get it in the second half. There you go. So maybe, how about just one more?
My man right there filling in the blanks.
Trips left, Twins right. That's without any caffeine in about 8 hours. So I might be having to pound a Diet Dew. We'll see. Keeper, Bernie, up the middle, 35, spins on his feet, 40, 45, 50. Cuts it back inside, 40, tripped around, still on his feet, and finally tackled at the Lexington 29-yard line. Oh, man. 38 yards.
39 would be the correct answer, Brandon.
So close.
Yeah, a nice gain of 8, and Nathan Bernhard just refuses to go down. Nice balance, good footwork, and then a little bit of speed getting shown off by the big man. Brandon Reeves had a little bit of an angle on him, and Nathan just decided to cut that thing back, take the contact, get 5 or 6 more yards. All of a sudden, one play in, 39 yards later, Ashland's on the other side of the 50.
Trips left, 1:01 to go. In the first, Bernie, quick pass out to the far side, caught at the 32 by Gabe Bate. Inside the 30, down to the 25, and knocked out of bounds just short of the 20. Nice pickup there on first down. Under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Coach Valentine does a great job of using motion, seeing how defenses respond. Some of the first quarter play calling is just trying to see how the defense responds to find out, hey, what will work? This time bringing motion across, not seeing any adjustment. Third time we've seen a quick pass out there to Gabe Baith. 3 targets and 3 catches. The junior, has got 44 yards here in the first quarter.
52 seconds to go. Second down and 1 here in the first quarter at the 20. Bernie, keeper up the middle. He's got the first down. Not much more than that. He stood up right there, but the Arrows will have the first down. And they're now inside the Ashland Eye Care red zone for the first time today. Go over to Ashland Eye Care for all of your eye care needs. Go see Arrow alum Dr. Denbo. Proud Arrow alum for all you need over there. Meanwhile, Tony, the Arrows with an opportunity here to tack on a touchdown here and get back in front by more than just one. Twins left, trips right. Lex with all 11 up in the box. Bernie, quick hitter to the near side, caught by Grayson Baith. That's going to be a run. 20, 15, 10, and he spins around inside the 10. He's still on his feet. They're going to say he went down, maybe, near the 6. Baith tried to stay on his feet. We'll take a look at the replay. That should go down as a run, as a backward pass.
Yeah, I'll count it as a run. Nice job there by Baith, making guys miss, running through tackles, getting all the way down to the 6-yard line. This is the time where Nathan Bernhard usually gets into the QB draw game and goes under center sometimes once he gets a little bit closer, but look for a QB draw here, number 10.
Bernie in a shotgun, man in motion. Grayson Baith. Bernie fumbles the snap. He gets it back. He's in trouble. He needs to just get rid of it. He is brought down right away at the 17. A big loss for the Arrows. Bigger's back there, and the Arrows kind of dodged a bullet, but nonetheless.
Yeah, just the motion kind of took Nathan's eyes off that snap a little bit, and I think you're right. I think if he had just another half a second, Nathan could have just fired that thing through the uprights and out of the end zone, but that will end the first quarter.
Camden Boozer and David Biggers in on the sack, and we'll head to the second after this.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Back here at Community Stadium, 7-6 as we start the second quarter. Second down and long for the Arrows at the 16. It's a quick slant over to Killian O'Brien, and Bernie skips it in, incomplete. Arrows will have third down and 10.
Yeah, first negative play of the game to end that first quarter. Coming back, trying to clear out some space for Killian O'Brien. Couple of wide receivers on the inside going on go routes, and then Killian O'Brien trying to come on the in route, unable to come up with that. Going to bring up third down.
Third down and 10, 11 and a half minutes to go in a second quarter. Bernie back to pass, pressure off the edge, trouble. He's going to step up and run. 10, 5, still spinning forward, and he lunges inside the 5 and right down to the 4-yard line. And the Arrows are going to have a first down and goal, right, Tone? Is that just trying to check and see? Nope, they're a little short.
It was first and goal on the 3 when the snap brought him back.
Yeah. That's right. So we had the wrong numbers on the scoreboard. My apologies. Fourth down and goal for the Arrows at the 4. Carson O'Brien and company coming in, the field goal unit, with a Connery Manufacturing field goal attempt from the 11. It's a 21-yard attempt from the right hash.
It's essentially an extra point just on the right hash.
It's up, and it is good. The Arrows get 3 out of it. Not ideal, but it's 10-6. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
10-6 Arrows, 10:40 to go in the first half. Tony, get a field goal out of it, better than nothing.
Yeah, the bad snap and the minus 11, the tackle for a loss against Nathan Bernhard really put him behind. Anytime the Arrows get inside the 10-yard line, it's either a Grayson Baith run or a Nathan Bernhard run up the middle, and they've been so successful on it. It's kind of just been the bread and butter in the ways that Ashland's been able to get points in that red zone. But once you go negative and then you come back with a incomplete pass, you're really behind the sticks. Nathan did a great job of getting what he could get and setting up an opportunity for a field goal. Looked like a fumble.
Well, on the kickoff there, grab from the 2 out to the 10.
Tell me here he doesn't drop this after the big hit.
Definitely took a shot.
Oh, he's down.
He's down at the 21, but the Arrows came and brought some thunder right there. I think Jeff Hickey delivered the blow. And it'll be first down and 10 for Lexington. 10.5 minutes to go in the Ward Realty first half.
Looks like a little bit of an adjustment here for the defense. Already going to align a little bit differently here against the trips to the near side.
Aber's deep. Yep, it's a quick hitter over to 7 Allen. Caught 20, 25, 30, 35. Still on his feet and brought down past the 40. Boy, can he fly. Gunnar Lacey on the tackle. That's a big pickup. They're going to mark it actually, I think, at the 39, a pickup of 19.
Davin Hoffman just getting blocked and unable to make 7 come back into the center of the field there before Gunnar Lacey tracks him down.
First down and 10 for Caudill and the Minutemen. 10:27 to go, the first half. Trips left, Twins right, and a whistle. And we've got, I'm not sure.
Maybe 7 Allen has to check out.
Maybe an equipment issue. Allen checks out.
Alex Hubbard going to check in for him.
Alex Hubbard, the junior, 5'8", 150-pound wideout. Trips left, Twins right. First down and 10 at their own 39. Keeper, Caudill, cuts it back middle. Right, now back to the middle and brought down at the 42 or the 41. A short gain for Caudill and Lex on first down.
Just no hole there for Joe Caudill to find. Tyler Holt just continues to close down, and finally makes the tackle. Nice job by the Ashland defense there, just standing up the offensive line of the Lexington Minutemen, not letting them get any movement, and then finally bringing down the quarterback for a gain of 1.
Twins left, Trips left now, single to the near. Caudill back to pass, short drop, pressure off the edge, quick slant. Caught by Fogel at the 49 inside Arrows territory and brought down right there by Jackson Aber. But that's enough for another first down and a pickup of 11.
Just man-to-man defense there for the Ashland Arrows, and hard to run with a 6'5", 220 Braden Fogel, finally getting brought down, as you said, by Jackson Aber after picking up enough for the first down. Now over midfield are the Lexington Minutemen coming into Ashland Arrow territory.
Trips left, single to the near side. Caudill, handoff, Martin up the middle, lost the ball, ball's on the ground. And I think we're going to wait and see. I haven't seen an official call by the officials, guys.
I thought he recovered it right away.
We have not seen a call from the officials yet. Everybody's cheering.
Lexington offense has already walked off the field as well.
They're going to call it Arrows football. Well, turnovers are often the name of the game, guys, and the Arrows get a big one right there.
Yeah, and the defense kind of needs one just to kind of reset a little bit. They gave up the touchdown on the last drive this time. A couple of first downs for Lexington. Lexington has found something that's been working. Good opportunity here for the defense to take a quick break, put their offense back out on the field, who has had 2 successful scoring drives, a touchdown and a field goal. Go watch a little bit of film and let Nathan Bernhard see if he can extend this score.
Let me give you a little bit more good news, boys. We talked about how important it was for points. Dover, a donut, New Philly 21 in the second quarter.
Arrows handed off to Grayson Bates, who picks up a bunch right there on first down to the 45.
Good job there by Grayson, kind of changing his typical mode of running, which is usually let's get to the outside, let's bounce to the outside. This time, number 33 on his second carry of the game picks up 8 right down the middle. 2nd and 2 here for Nathan Bernhardt.
That is good news if New Philly can beat Dover. Big points for the Arrows. Bernie on a keeper goes outside, lunges forward for the first down, and he gets the Arrows first down. Not much more, but it took all 6'5.5" of Nathan Bernhardt to get that first down.
Yeah, and good patience there by Nathan. That thing's supposed to go right up the middle, but he sees that, Lexington does a good job of kind of winning up front. He just kind of continues to bounce that to the outside. The B gap just outside of the guard, that's not open. He goes all the way out to the C gap outside the tackle. He sees that a defender's there, and he just has to put his shoulder down and run someone over. Good pickup of 3 and a BB and C car care first down.
8 minutes and change to go in the first half. Play action. Bernie's looking downfield, looking deep. Not much there. Had all 4 verts. Rolls right now. A nice comeback route and dropped on the far side. Killian O'Brien couldn't pull it in at the 35.
Plenty of green space out there for Nathan to just run with that one if he wanted to, but seeing Killian O'Brien had about a 10-yard cushion, just throws it out there, just in and out of the hands of the sophomore, unable to bring down his second catch of the game.
I don't think he liked the little throwdown from Caden Kunkel right there.
Welcome to rivalry football, boys.
That's right.
Correct.
Yeah. 8:08 to go in the first half. 2nd down and 10. Arrows at the 42. Need to put something together here. Trips right, Twins left. Bernie, keeper up the middle, cuts it out right side. Now back to the middle. He lunges towards the 36. Pickup of 6, bringing up a manageable 3rd down.
I really thought, going back to that last pass play, Nathan had someone deep if he just wanted to unload one, but Nathan making probably the wiser choice, not wanting to turn the ball over. You've already got a 4-point lead here halfway through the second quarter. No reason to take a chance. Now going to set up a 3rd and manageable after that nice run by Nathan. A gain of 6, so going to set up a 3rd and 4.
Trips right, Twins left. Clock running, 7.5 to go in the first half. Bernie pressure coming up the middle. He gets hit, and he's at the 40. He thought about throwing it, gets hit again, and they're gonna lose a little yardage on that one.
Loss of 4.
Back to the 40-yard line, and boy, Nathan took a couple of shots there, and the Arrows are gonna have to punt it away.
Yeah, maybe the first time Nathan hasn't scrambled away from pressure that time, just kind of running into the defender, Cole Eichhorn, the junior, 5'10", 195 pounds, who's able to grab an ankle and stand him up before a couple of more Minutemen come clean up.
Punt goes into the end zone for a touchback for the Arrows, and we'll take a quick break and be right back after this, as the Arrows will come out after this.
At Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection, we're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. Bill Harris Dealerships.
Back here at Community Stadium, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Arrows up 10-6, first down and 10 for Lex at their own 20. Handoff, Martin up the middle. Runs into a host of Arrows at the 24, but a nice first down run there for Lex. Minutemen. Actually, I don't know if that was Markel Martin.
It was a running back.
It was one of the running backs. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Right. Yeah, Arrows defense hoping to come up with a stop with a 4-point lead. 2nd down and 6. Now out to the 24. Trips left, single to the near side. Fogel in motion. It's a rollout left side. Caught ill, throws it. Caught by Fogel at the 33, and a first down. That's a pickup of 9, and a first down. It'll move the chains.
Almost anytime they're bringing Brandon Fogel in motion, they're going to be targeting him. Gives him an opportunity to, 1, get a little bit of speed, and also just kind of see how the defense reacts to the dual receivers on the near side. It's the close side. When you're playing in high school football, these hash marks are, really change where the football's spotted, whether it's on the left side of the field or the right side of the field. Lots of space once you get kind of some clear out there. Good job by Braden Fogel to get the first down.
Pressure. Caudle pushed out of the pocket, rolls near side, launches it downfield, incomplete, intended for Fogel. And Landon Briggs, and Michael Franz on the coverage for Ashland.
Good pressure by Gunnar Lacey, just making Joe uncomfortable and making him throw on the run. Looks like they're going to get the Minutemen for a penalty. Looks like a hold. Going to check with
Holding.
team
Number
captains.
55 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
And it is a hold call, so we will replay second down after they step off 10 yards.
Second down and 20. Now the ball back to the 23-yard line. Man in motion coming from the far side of the near. Trips to the right, single far side. Caught ill. Back to pass pressure up the middle. It's a quick hitter to Fogel, caught at the 21. And Hoffman's right there to meet him, along with another couple of arrows at the 26, maybe out to the 27. But a nice little screen pass. They pick up 4. Cooper Smith on the tackle. Big third down coming for the Arrows defense.
Good job by the defense there, rallying to that football, making sure Braden doesn't pick up any more than the 4 or 5 that he did get, especially when you're sitting at 2nd and 20. That's the time that you can play back a little bit. You can kind of read the offense, make sure you're not giving something over the top. Now sitting at 3rd and 16, time to tighten down one more time, let these defensive linemen go after the quarterback.
Check in with Chris after this. Maybe in a little bit, actually. Trips left, single near side, third down. Caudle back to pass pressure coming off the edge. Hold had him, flushes out the far side. He's going to tuck it and run 30, 35, and reaches forward. And he is going to be well short of the first down.
Yeah,
and they're going to have to punt it away.
And watch Gunnar Lacey right in the middle of the field, kind of seeing that there's a lot of grass out there. Not really going to make a great tackle or a great hit, but gets enough pressure on the quarterback scramble to make sure he goes out of bounds. They're going to give him 10 yards on the QB scramble. Looks like Lexington offense at least going to consider here a 4th and 7.
Ball at the 36. Lexington offense staying on the field. 5:07 to go. Caudle in the shotgun. Single to the far side. Trips to the near side. We'll see if they go hard count here to try to get the Arrows to jump. He's got a single back to his right. Caudle in the shotgun, back to pass, looking left. He's going to tuck it and run left. Out near the 40. He dives and lunges for the first down out past the 45. And a pickup, a big pickup right there. They get the first down and then some. And the keeper hits up the Arrows.
A couple of Ashland guys. Gunnar Lacey had an opportunity to bring him down. It looks like Josh Ngani also had an opportunity to bring him down short of that first down, but Joe Caudle just a little bit more will, a little more desire, going to get 10 yards and a first down for the Minutemen.
We'll send it down to Chris.
Thanks, guys. Here with junior Nick Mangus, today's student fan of the week. Thanks for taking the time, Nick. Appreciate you joining us.
No problem.
So what's the student section theme tonight?
Oh, we got Ashland Arrow colors, and we definitely showed out today. We got black, white, orange, and gray. We're super excited for this OCC rivalry today.
Are you nervous?
Not really.
You seem like it. You're moving around a lot. How about you go right there?
I'm good here, yeah.
So you went with the face paint even, man.
Yeah, we had a tailgate earlier with the AU cheer dance team, and I was like, why not?
What was that tailgate for?
It was for the baseball players, and they were doing face paint.
Sounds good. So you got it from a cheerleader?
Yeah, I did.
An AU cheerleader?
I did.
Was she cute?
Oh gosh, here we go.
Okay, never mind. You're not supposed to answer that. What other what activities are you involved with here at the high school?
I'm involved in baseball, and that's pretty much it.
All right, so we're 9-0. You got the dreaded rival Lex tonight. What do you forecast the rest of the way here for the Arrows in 2024?
We definitely going to go 10-0, and then in the playoffs, I think we definitely have a great shot at the state championship, 100%. Defense is looking great. We have a bunch of good two-way players, good skill players. We got a good lineup. And Michael's back now, and it's going to be a good playoff.
So we have to make plans all the way out through December, like 14th?
100%, yep.
All right, sounds good. You look right there in that camera. You let everybody know who the biggest rival in the OCC is for these Arrows.
Lexington, baby.
Thank you very much.
Lexington, baby.
Let's just go one more time, just in case anybody didn't catch it.
Yeah,
Lexington.
Thanks,
right back
Nick.
to you guys.
Thank you, Chris. Caudle on the keeper up the right side on first down and 10. And he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3 minutes and change to go in the first half, Tony. And, Lex is moving the ball right now.
Yeah, they're having success, the way that Worcester did, and that's through some missed tackles by the defense. Just too many missed tackles right now. Seven Allen's been able to pick up a couple of big first downs for the Minutemen, and to keep this drive going, Joe Cottle was able to pick up a first down on a couple of missed tackles. This last first down goes for a tackle for a loss. Joe Cottle goes for -1. So 2nd and 11 here. The defense has been playing well, just too many missed tackles.
Cottle in a shotgun, trips left. He's looking left, pressure off the edge. He hits a quick slant to 7 Allen, caught at the 38. And wow, they're gonna wrap him up right there. It's a pickup of about 6, and they're gonna mark it all the way down to the 37. Boy, they have been very generous on spots.
Yeah, he wasn't even close to the 37, maybe the 38 if you didn't get a great spot, but putting it all the way down to the 37, way too far.
You saw it on the replay. That wasn't even close. And I've been pretty generous with officials this year in kind. That was a terrible spot. Single left, trips right, single back. Cottle in the shotgun. I'm sure I'll have some rules expert try to tackle me in the press box like happened 2 years ago. Cottle back to pass, looking, pressure, all out blitz, intercepted.
No one's going to touch him. There's a flag.
There's a flag.
Tyler Sauter's going to take this all the way back for an Ashland touchdown, but we will see what that flag is actually going to be called on.
68 yards.
But hold on.
But we'll hold on. Sauter would have a 68-yard of back-to-back weeks with an interception return for a touchdown if it holds.
The referee now picked up the flag as he's running down the field. Did you see this?
I saw him pick it up. And
this is news to me, boys. You pick a flag up and run it. We're a touchdown, boys.
52 on the offense.
We'll take it.
They called a block in the back, which Ashland declined. So they're going to waive the penalty off and decline it. Ashland touchdown.
Second turnover, guys. We talked about how important it was last week. Really, it's why the Arrows beat the Generals, and so far it's killing the Minutemen.
Yeah, 2 turnovers, both resulting in points for the Ashland Arrows. You okay over here?
I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, Tyler Sauter takes this one back 68 yards. No one even touches him in a white and black jersey. Lexington Minutemen now trail 16-6 with an O'Brien extra point coming up.
Back-to-back weeks. Oh, high snap, good hold. Extra point is up and away, and it's good. Arrows with a 17-6 lead here against Lexington. Guys, this is one that we obviously want. Chris, I want to ask you, you had a good look at that interception return. The Arrows brought the house.
Well, they brought the house, but it was more Tyler Sauter playing safety, right? And he's looking, he's spying, and Caudell just stared the guy down, and Sauter broke and said, I'm going for broke. He got the ball, and as we've highlighted many times, Tyler Sauter can pick him up and put him down pretty quick, and no one was catching that cat to the end zone.
Well, that gives us an opportunity to talk about that duo between Gunnar Lacey and Tyler Sauter. Guys, that defensive duo has just been so good all season long.
Yeah, 120 tackles for Gunnar Lacey and 25 tackles for a loss. Tyler Sauter came in with 97 tackles, well over the 100 mark now, and add one more interception. Tyler Sauter came in with 2, now 3 interceptions, 2 of those going back for points. He mentioned last week after the victory, that was his first defensive touchdown last week against Worcester. So what a great opportunity here on senior night to celebrate one more touchdown, one more defensive touchdown for Tyler Sauter.
The cameraman on the road is calling for an onside kick.
Oh, boy. Jeez. Sideline Steve, I don't think that's a great idea right now. No offense.
Not with 1:52 to go and an 11-point lead.
Look, he and I roll the same way on week 10, man.
Okay.
I'm not suggesting the onside kick, but I want the points.
Oh, boy. We're getting the ball back to start the second half, so this is an important possession for the Arrows. And a whistle and timeout, Arrows.
I wonder if they didn't have the onside kick
timeout
dialed up.
Ashland, their first of the half.
And then decided against it.
I don't know why you just don't spread the guys out and kick the ball and go tackle the guy, but that's okay.
At the end of the day, it's 17-6. You got 3 of them. Who cares? I mean, if you didn't like what you didn't see,
I want
another opportunity, because if you can stop them 3 and out, you got 3 timeouts, guys.
Had 3 timeouts.
Right. I don't know. But clearly, you know, you want to use one when you think you're in a spot that might be uncomfortable for you, and you don't want to make a mistake with 1:52 to go and an 11-point lead and getting the ball back in the second half.
Energy has returned to Community Stadium after that Tyler Sauter pick six, and the stands here are full on the home side, man. This is a great crowd, a great turnout by Ashland to support these Arrows here as they head on the quest towards 10-0.
Tonight's ball game brought to you by Hedstrom Entertainment, bringing you unplugged fun for more than 100 years here on the Ashland Arrows broadcast network, presented by Sarver Paving.
Taking a look at the Bo Lacey scoreboard here as we await a kickoff. Worcester trailing Louisville Leopards 3-14 as they start into the second quarter.
Okay, a lot of time left there.
River Valley just trailing Clear Fork 7-13 in the second quarter. Maple Heights struggling this evening against Lorain, currently down by 8.
Well, those are all going the opposite direction of what we need. That goes into the end zone, just barely. Fogel flirting with disaster down there, but
we got a Big Walnut trailing 14-7 against Westland. Currently Big Walnut ahead of Ashland in the region.
Well, that would be a big one, and Big Walnut would probably drop behind us if we're able to win. And St. Francis de Sales with a big one tonight as well, playing undefeated Bishop Watterson, who beat Big Walnut in the opening game of the year, 20-0.
The Dale's getting blasted down there in Hayesville, 24-7.
A lot of game left down there for Cale Lewis and company.
New Philly up 21-7 over Dover in the second quarter.
One more team that's ahead of Ashland right now in the region, St. Francis trailing 0-14.
DeSales down to Watterson. Single left, trips right. Caught a look and pressure. He throws it out near side and skips it out of bounds, incomplete. And there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. 1:48 to go in the first half. Make sure you stay tuned for the Bill Harris halftime show with our Arrows marching band, led by Marty Krall, Cam Diedrich. Such a fantastic. How many times can I say fantastic? We need to start a thing. I gotta stop saying fantastic. Goodness gracious, Wells. What's wrong with you?
The Rams over the TY Tigers 7-0, boys, in the second quarter.
Yeah, I talked with Isaac Brooks today, an Ashland University football player, a Madison Ram alum, and talked to him about that game, and he was dialing it up, and he was really rooting hard for his Rams to take down the Tigers. No love lost there either in the battle for the city of Mansfield.
Hands to the face called against lineman for Lexington, going to move him back 10 and restart this first down opportunity.
Got him. Looks left, fires left, caught at the 20 and knocked down at the 21 is Gage Powell, but a nice pickup there of about 12.
We've seen this defense, especially in the 2-minute drill, when you're got an 80-yard field to defend, kind of really get soft. Clock running here, minute 26 to go in the second quarter. Ashland leading 17-6. Watch Ashland just probably continue just to play a soft defense and try to slow down this offensive attack.
Second 8 at the 22, 1:17 to go. Back to pass, Caudill, pressure. He's going to have to throw it quickly. He gets rid of it, and I think that ball skipped incomplete at the 25. It did. Cohen Boozer, the 6'4 junior intended receiver.
Yeah, Tyler Sauter coming from the outside and unable to get picked up, and pressure coming from the inside. Joe Caudill just kind of throwing that out to the big 6'4" target, the junior, trying to pick up something. But now 3rd and 10 with a couple of timeouts. Now's an opportunity to maybe bring a little bit more pressure, see if you can't force a punting situation and give this offense one more
I'll take
shot.
Another pick 6, boys. How far was Saunders again?
68. Single left, trips right. 1:09 to go. Arrows with an 11-point lead here in the first half. Caudill, keeper up the middle, tries to get away from him, and he does. 25, 30, and 33, knocked out of bounds. He's got the first down, and the Arrows had an opportunity to get him in the backfield.
Yeah, a couple of guys had opportunities. Looks like Vudges maybe right up the middle had an opportunity. Then Vudges giving chase, unable to bring him down before Liam Gertel pushes him out of bounds and a gain of 10 and a first down for the Minutemen.
Mark it at the 33. 1:03 to go in the first half. Now if you're Coach Saris on the far side, you're thinking about trying to get some points here for sure. Twins left, trips right. Empty backfield. Junior Joe Caudill getting looks from Miami and various others at kind of an athlete position. He's going to launch it downfield, double coverage. It is knocked down and knocked away, looking for Seven Allen, and he caught it. I thought he was out of bounds, clearly. They're calling that a catch?
No!
Let's see if we can catch the end of that. I'm not sure. There's no way. They're marking it at the 25-yard line. We caught the very end on the replay. I thought he was well out of bounds.
Seven Allen for a 42-yard reception, and now 55 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Lexington on the 25-yard line of the Ashland Arrows.
Double coverage on the far side, and the Arrows somehow not able to knock that ball down. Caudle in the shotgun, trips right, single to the left. Arrows 5 deep, and a whistle before the snap. That wasn't even quarters. That was a 5
Dead ball.
Deep at the
Delay
15.
Of game.
Delay
Offense.
of game on Lex.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That'll push him back 5 yards. 53 seconds to go. Ball at the 34 on the Arrows side. Oh, make it the 30.
Lexington on field goals for the season, just 2 of 6, and have already had an extra point blocked here this game. So looking for the end zone or nothing.
First down and 15. 4 wide. Arrows showing pressure off the edge, and it's coming. Hoffman. They pick him up. Now he's going for Caudle, who launches it down the left sideline. Looking for Allen again. No, looking for Markel Martin. Incomplete, knocked away. Now a little wheel route by Markel Martin.
Yeah, trying to get the defender to bite on a quick out route by the running back and just run him up the sideline. Joe's going to put a little bit too much air on that. Even if Markel could have brought that down, that was going to be out of bounds. Good job by Josh Ngani getting over there, just putting a little bit of pressure on him. Going to be 2nd and 15 now. 48 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Ngani with a good read there, left his man and saw that one coming. 48 seconds to go. 2nd down and 15 here in the first half. Caudle, pressure up the middle. Hoffman forces him out left. He launches it downfield, caught at the 5 and knocked out of bounds just short of the end zone is Gage Powell with a big pickup, and they are threatening at the 2.
Gain of 23 and just getting
caught watching in the backfield.
Yeah, Josh Ngani looking in the backfield, trying to see if he can't come up and make a good play. Probably tired of watching the quarterback scramble and run too much, but going to let Gage Powell go over the top. Gain of 23, and now inside the red zone.
We've got a ball game here, boys. Caudle, handoff, Martin, end zone, touchdown. That's a 2-yard run with 37 seconds to go, and it's 17-12. We'll see. I think they're going to go for 2 here. At least that's what I would expect from Coach Saris and company. After the block, and now there's some confusion on that sideline, and they don't know what to do.
They're going to bring the
They should be going for 2 here with a 17-12 ball game. That would be the analytics would tell you that, my guess. And now they're going to have to burn a timeout as my guess. Well, no, the play clock was really late starting. Okay, here we go. Single left, single right. Single back in the pistol formation. Right behind Caudle is Markel Martin.
Watch for a fade right.
Now we've got a timeout. Coach Saris says, well, I've got a couple. I might as well use one here to get the right call in.
They're first.
Yeah, Braden Fogel was lined up one-on-one, and Seven Allen both kind of split out. What an opportunity to throw it up to your 6'5" tight end. Just let him high jump that thing.
What a big call that was on that ball that was down the sideline there that the official said was good and hauled in. Man, that changed the complexion of this game.
Well, it was hard to tell on that far side, Chris, really whether or not he was in or not. They had a good,
I saw it.
They had a good look at it, but yeah, you never know. You know, sometimes you get calls that go your way, and sometimes you don't.
That's right.
But you got to fight through it, you know, and sometimes that's what you tell your kids. Hey, this is life, right? Like sometimes you have to fight through bad things and adversity, right? And adversity on a football field translates to life. This is a minor thing in the big picture. So here we are. Arrows defense now trying to keep this a 5-point game, a big 2-point conversion coming here for Caudle and the Lex Minutemen. Ball at the 2.
It's like Kellyan O'Brien will line up with Braden Fogel.
They've got options. Shotgun. Play action. He's looking for Fogel in the end zone. He throws it hard and caught by Fogel. What a catch in the corner. Wow. I don't know how you defend that, boys. Take a look at the Sarver Paving replay.
There's a blown coverage there on that play, guys.
It's a tough route.
It's a tough route when you're 6'4", 200 pounds too, right? Like.
Oh, yeah.
So 17-14 with 37 seconds to go in the first half. If you're Coach Valentine, you got 2 timeouts. What are you thinking here, Tone?
Yeah, first things first, you want to secure the kickoff here, see what Tyler Salter can do, see what maybe Michael Franz can do. Looks like Dakota Crudy, Killian O'Brien also going to come in here. So curious what the starting field position is going to be. If you're inside your 20, you're probably just taking a knee. If you can get something out to the 25, 30-yard line, all of a sudden maybe you run 5 streaks, let Nathan put something up deep and see if you can't move the chains quickly and use a couple of these timeouts. But it all starts with the kick return.
Chris, what do you think?
I think I'm going to the half here with a 3-point lead one way or the other. I'm probably going to set on it, like Tony said, unless we get a big old return here. If we get something out to the 40 or so, we are, in my opinion, going to take a shot.
I'd take a shot either way, but that's me, Mr. Vegas.
Kenny Rogers.
I was thinking more of the movie Stripes. Ball kicked into the end zone for a touchback. And there, the wind is really whipping now that direction, left to right, Chris. You see the flag. It's picked up big time.
Yeah, it's blowing about 9-10 mile an hour. Nothing really to worry about. But as you noted a little second ago, you got to battle through it. How about that?
So first down and 10 at the 20. 37 seconds. The Arrows have 2 timeouts if they choose. And they're looking over to the sideline. Play clock has not started yet. Now it will.
First and 10 Arrows from the 20-yard line.
As you hear DC on the mic. Twins right, trips left. They can hear him at Hillsdale. Bernie in a shotgun. Back to pass, looking. No, he's going to hand it off instead. I'm sorry, on the end around. And nothing there, 3 yards for Grayson Baith.
That'll take him to half more than likely. Play clock now at 37, game clock under 30 seconds. Would have the opportunity to run another play, but it doesn't look like Ashland's in a hurry.
I think that's probably going to be it. The Arrows will be content to go into the half with a 17-14 lead. Not surprising here. I mean, Tony, this is a team that's a rival, and they came in ready to rock, and this is a big game for them as well. They have a chance to ruin the Arrows' perfect season.
Yeah, and haven't really
We're going to take one more shot, guys. Call timeout with 2 seconds. We're going to put one play in and see if we can't get lucky.
Oh, boy. Now Lex is running off the field. And the Arrows have called timeout, and the clock expired up here. We have to now sort this all
Ashland,
out.
please put 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. I'm not quite sure I understand this.
I'm kind of looking at you to help me here. You had 23 seconds to go. If you're going to take a timeout, maybe try a big play. Why not take it then and have an opportunity to have another play? But now with 2 or 3 or 5 seconds, whatever it is, now this is the last play of the half.
Well, we're going to see something here. Is it going to be a hook and lateral? Is it? What? Who knows, right?
I mean, this is the defensive set where you just put a couple of your athletes at midfield, right? You put your 5 seniors, you put your quarterback, you put Fogel, you put Seven Allen, you put some speedsters back there and say, hey, feel free to throw it as far as you want. We're just not going to let you in the end zone.
Arrows will come out with 2 seconds on the clock. 3-point lead. Second down and 8 at their own 22. Trips right, Twins to the left. That's the near side. Arrows going right to left.
Sounds like a song.
They do have a single high man back at the 45 in a pretty soft zone right here. And now we've got another whistle and a timeout by Lexington.
Timeout.
Well, this is just bizarre. So the game has kind of come to a screeching halt here.
Well, it's not like Ashland came out in any sort of weird formation. They came out in their traditional 3 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. The same set that, you would predict a Coach Valentine offense to come out in every time. So not sure why Andrew Saris wants to get a look at it one more time, but again, you can't take him with you. So.
My guess is personnel. Tony's probably going to switch out a little bit of guys in the back end would be my hunch.
Why didn't you do that last time then?
Good question.
Okay, thanks.
if you're the Arrows, do you make a change from what you were doing? Maybe just a little? I mean, I don't really know. Trips right, twins to the near side.
Guys, I think you got two options here. You got Crudy on the left for the go route, and you got KOB on the right with a go route. And if it's there, great.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right, Chris. This is just going to launch one. Nope, and Bernie's going to run it up the middle. And take an unnecessary extra tackle and hit at the 28 or 29-yard line. So that'll do it. That's a bizarre way to end the first half with the Arrows with a 3-point lead. And just a bizarre little ending to the game, the first half, but the Arrows up 3, send it down to Chris.
Well, Coach, we know that it's Lexington and Ashland. You can throw the records out the window, and obviously we got a 3-point game here at the half. What have you seen so far you're going to look to correct in the second half to give us the advantage?
Well, we can't give them big plays like we did. Gave some big plays, and then offensively, we just got to execute down there in the red zone. We made a couple mistakes there.
Sounds good. Good luck second half.
Thanks.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks to Coach Valentine and Spring Smith. The Arrows marching band halftime show. But first, the Lex marching band, followed by the Arrows. We'll be back after this, but you can watch the Arrows halftime show right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are proud to present the 60th edition of the Lexington Band of Gold. The Band of Gold is under the direction of Zach Wilkins with Assistant Director Colin Howell, Percussion Director Lana Hill, and Color Guard Advisor Monse Juarez. The band is led on the field by Senior Field Commander Noah Reynolds. Tonight, the Band of Gold will be performing their 2024 football show, Heavy Metal, starting with the title track of the band Metallica's third album and ranked by VH1 as the third greatest heavy metal song ever. This is Master of Puppets. From their debut album, Appetite for Destruction. Here is Sweet Child of Mine. show with the 1966 Rolling Stones classic, Paint It Black. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lexington Band of Gold!
Test. Tony's is on too.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the pride of the Arrows, the 2024 Ashland High School Marching Band and Sweetie's Dance Team. Leading the band tonight is
it's possible Channel 3 is just bad.
McClurg, with assistant field commanders Eric Zag and Addie Bonfiglio. Tonight's show was chosen by the senior class of 2025. Looking back on all of their favorites over the last 4 years, our band and Sweetie seniors voted on these greatest hits of their marching band careers. We hope you enjoy Fall Out Boy's hit from 2007, Thanks for the Memories.
Thank you.
now present another one of our greatest hits with the Sweeties dance team. Watch as they thrill the crowd with a throwback hit from 1988. Our Sweetie seniors choreographed tonight's dance, so let's call the doctor and take a dose of bad medicine. We now take this opportunity to recognize and celebrate the contributions of our seniors. Your efforts and energy have helped make the band and Sweeties a fun and exciting experience for all of our members. We're excited about all you'll accomplish this year and into the future. Thank you to our band seniors, Jaden Backenstow, Damian Boley, Kason Flores, Logan Fraser, Nathaniel Hicks, Ada Johnson, Ethan Camp, Pixie McClure, Caitlin Meek, Annalisa Miller, Aria Mitchell, Lexi Moore, Samantha Plank, Adam Police, Daniel Schrock, Bree Simmons, Jacob Slade, Brendan Sponsler, Paige Timmons, Haley Whitford, Jacelyn Wingrove, Emily Workman, Eric Zhang, and Atticus Zickafoos. And thank you to our Sweetie seniors, Jordan Backenstow, Tamora Barnett, Julia Browner, Amelia Brown, Aubrey Cook, Michaela Spencer, and Ayanna Wilkinson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ashland High School pep song.
Chris, you down there? See him anywhere yet? I do not see Mr. Matt on the headset. The good news is, boys, you don't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, once more, the Ashland High School pep song. Make some noise for the Ashland High School Marching Band and Sweeties Dance Team. The Ashland High School Marching Band is under the direction of Marty Krall, with assistant directors Cameron Diedrich and Tanya Krall. Percussion instructor is Adam Kine, and maintenance supervisor is John McQuaid. Sweetie advisors are Melissa Merkel and Zoe Jenkins. This is Michael Zickafus, the voice of the Ashland Arrow Marching Band.
You are.
Back here at Community Stadium, Arrows up 17-14 at the half over Lex. Down to Chris Mowry with Steve Paramore.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Down here with Steve Paramore, the superintendent of Ashland City Schools. Brought to us by our friends at Janney. And Rich and Jill are probably dialing up a little better game here for the second half. The Arrows pull away. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think Rich works with some people from Lexington, so we're hoping that this second half can make him be on top of every conversation for the rest of the week and month and year.
Good segue. It's rivalry week.
It is. I'm going to be as cordial as I possibly can, but I think it's no mystery as to who our students know is our biggest rival, who our community knows who our biggest rival is, who I know who our biggest rival is, and they'll remain nameless, and it'll stay that way. But we got some work to do here in the second half, but you'd need an hour and a half segment for me to give you all the reasons why this is the biggest rival.
Okay.
It goes deep. It goes deep.
All right, so take your superintendent hat off, and you put up the guest of the week hat on. Who was the biggest rival when you were in high school?
Lexington.
Okay, guys, we're still undefeated up there in the box, just so you know. Senior activities, senior night was tonight for all of our fall guys and gals, and I know we paid homage to them. It's something we'd love to do here in the district.
Yeah, I was talking with John Walter. It felt like almost graduation. There was so many kids out there. What that shows is commitment to our program from ninth grade on. Also, the ability for our band to continue to recruit at a very high level. We're going to really miss those seniors in all of those different activities, whether it's cheerleading, golf, that's near and dear to my heart, cross country. They just get very, very committed to their programs, and they also play other sports here coming up. Winter sports officially started today. So, yeah, we're really grateful not only for the student athletes that we honored this evening, but their families, because it's a large commitment that they have to go into, and it's not cheap. And, I think the biggest thing I saw out there tonight was the gratitude, not only from us as a school district to those student athletes and families, but the gratitude that the families showed back to us, right? We get to raise their babies for hopefully 13 years, and they're young adults over there, and it's impressive, and we hope that they're Arrows for life.
I wanted to say it's a really classy move by you and JG, who are out there shaking hands with every one of them. Switching topics, last question for you. I know homeschooling is on the rise here in Ashland County. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have more. I think there are phenomenal parents out there that homeschool, and it's obviously a choice. But what I want to let all of our listeners know is how important it is for us to be able to educate your children. We have what I feel is more than enough programs for kids. Anything you want to go into after graduation, we prepare you for that. Whether it's going into the workforce, whether it's going on to a 2-year institution, a 4-year institution, preparing you to become the highest calling, to go into the military, or to learn a trade. We just have so many avenues. We have a wonderful performing arts program. We have unbelievable athletics with committed coaches and administrators. We have a huge fan base. We have networking and connections. We have a great technology team, so you are going to get all of the amenities that you will get even at the next level. And I believe that we have a faculty and a staff that is committed to next level generation education. We understand that, and we adapt easily to any adversity that we see. We're also committed to the social well-being of our students and their health and wellness, and that's even from a mental standpoint. So I really want to market our district as the best opportunity for kids to receive education. I can't encourage our families enough to understand the social ramifications that public school has to offer. You learn a lot about yourself in public school. You learn a lot about how to work with others. So I just want to talk about Ashland City Schools, and we're so proud of it, and I want kids to come here.
We got 20 seconds on the clock. I could have let you go for 3 or 4 minutes, but appreciate you joining us, and thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks. It's a great year. Let's go to the playoffs.
Sounds good. Back to you, Brandon.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The Arrows, Tony, we got to talk about the first half and say what adjustments do they need to make?
Yeah, I don't think offensively there's a whole lot of adjustments that you need to make. Ashland only had the football 3 times. One resulted in a touchdown, one resulted in a field goal, and then one resulted at the end of the half. So it's not that the offense hasn't been productive. Right. They just haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to, because the Lexington Minutemen have done such a great job of driving the ball methodically down the field. This defense that's been able to get tackles for loss and so much pressure on quarterbacks, unable to really bring down Joe Caudle, who's done a nice job, spreading the ball around. 7 catches right now for Braden Fogel, 6 catches for Seven Allen. Braden kind of represents a physically imposing individual at 6'5" and hard to bring down. Seven Allen, kind of going the other way, a shifty 5'9", 170-yard.
Tony, we got Ryan Stackhouse here. Coach, what'd you think of the first half there?
When the ball's in the air, we got to go get it.
I noticed that down the sideline. A couple of them were 50-50 balls. Thought we could have knocked them down or maybe even picked them off.
Yeah, those got to be our balls.
How about tackling? What would you rate that in the first half?
Not bad. I had a couple open field tackles, real nice. Franz came up and made a couple good tackles.
Sounds good. Let's go look in the second half.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Chris. Meanwhile, kickoff, the Connery Manufacturing kickoff goes into the end zone. Arrows with a touchback, and we'll start at the 20.
Yeah, this is the good thing about kicking off to start the game. You put your defense out there, opportunity to get a stop, and now with a lead, you get to get the ball back here in the third quarter to start things off. This is right where the Ashland offense stopped at the end of the second half. So it's almost like that possession didn't really happen. You didn't lose a possession or anything like that. You just kind of reset the stage.
Trips right, Twins left. Arrows up 17-14 as we start the second half. Here at Community Stadium, Arrows 9-0, Lex 5-4. Bernie back to pass, gonna launch it downfield, got a man. Oh, caught at the 45 inside Lex territory. And Gabe Bates pulls it in. He's brought down at the 34.
Yeah, what a great shot. A shot of 46 yards. And last week we saw this at Worcester, and it was a little quick throw out to Grayson Bates with the receivers just blocking for the young sophomore. This time it's 3 go routes, spreading them out, having Tyler Salter take the middle, leaving the outside guy, Killian O'Brien, to kind of run that sideline stretch. Nathan Bernhard hooks up with Gabe Bates for a big gain of 46. Ashland offense off and running here just 20 seconds into the second half.
Twins right, man in motion coming into the backfield is Grayson Bates. 5 on the play clock. Settles in, takes the handoff, and he is ripped down in the backfield, loss of 2. Wow. Bigger's in there right away for Lex.
Yeah, trying to see how Lexington is going to respond to the motion, and Bates actually just settles in, sidecar to Nathan Bernhard, something that we haven't seen all season, but that one goes for nothing, a loss of 2.
In the shotgun, Twins right, trips left. Bernie launches it down the slot. He was looking for Sauter.
Lots of contact.
And he can't pull it in. There is the flag going to be called on Gage Powell. Sauter couldn't pull it in at the 17. Take a look at the Sarver paving replay.
Tyler on the inside slot and have a little bit of press coverage, trying to get him deep.
Well, he almost pulled that in, and Powell was all over him.
Yeah, I think had he actually brought that in, maybe the official just kind of pockets that thing, and you kind of move on with the play and say nice catch. But because Powell had a little bit too much contact, that's going to put Ashland all the way down inside the red zone after they mark this off.
The Arrows at the 19, the Ashland Eye Care Red Zone. Go see Dr. Denbo and Dr. Buckley over there, our good friends. For all your vision needs. I've got my progressive lenses on right here, Tony. That means I'm old. That's okay.
I'm not that old yet.
You'll get there. Don't worry.
Here's hoping.
Lord willing, Twins in the creek don't rise. Trips left, Twins right. I've never said that in my life. Bernie back to pass. Got a man open in the end zone. Undershot him. Boy, he had two guys open, one in the slot and one on the outside. And here's the replay. You see it, guys.
Yeah, the easier one was actually to go to the inside. He tries to go outside, but Tyler Salter running right down the middle, right down Main Street. And he goes over to Killian O'Brien, who is defended by Caden Kunkel, the senior, going to come up as an incomplete pass. Just a missed opportunity there for a touchdown.
Just undershot O'Brien in the end zone, who had a couple of steps on Kunkel and couldn't connect. 10:44 to go, 2nd down and 10, ball at the 19. This is just a huge possession for Ashland. They're showing blitz, are the Minutemen. Bringing everybody up. Now they drop back. Bernie back to pass, looking left. Pressure coming off the edge is Biggers. There's a flag. It's going to be a hold. And Bernie gets brought down by Biggers from behind anyway at the 24. It'll be a loss of 5. I think at this point you probably take the 5-yard loss and the change of downs.
Tony, you and I saw the same thing. I groaned a little bit too. That was, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I thought Nathan actually just made a nice play in the backfield to avoid the defender. It looked like the left tackle just kind of let him go and actually didn't hold or block him in the back, but the officials disagree and are going to throw the flag and get the 10-yard penalty against the Arrows.
If I'm Coach Saris, I'm not taking the penalty. I'm taking the 5 yards and loss of down right there, but that's me. I mean,
holding number 60 on the offense. That penalty's declined.
It is declined.
Yep. Now the Arrows have 3rd down and long. You're at the 24. It's a 41-yard field goal. If you don't get any yards here, Carson O'Brien's long on the season, 40 yards. He's got the range, but this would be a little bit against the wind, a la Bob Seeger.
And that wind, Brandon, blowing about 8 to 10 miles an hour now.
Nathan Bernhardt in the shotgun all alone. Trips right, Twins left, back to pass. 3-man rush, looking right. He's got a man. Oh, overshot him at the 10. Flag. Incomplete, and there is a flag looking like a hold on the Arrows. And you're probably going to decline this one, I think, because you're going to have 4th down and 10, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be Graham Clark just getting through on the nose position.
It looked like O'Brien thought he was going to sit down in where he was, and I think Bernie thought he was going to keep running on the slant.
Yeah, now you have the opportunity to actually just completely put Ashland out of field goal position, but Coach Saris again is going to decline it, going to make this 4th and 15.
Well, 4th and 10, right? Yeah, 4th and 15, I'm sorry. Yep, 4th and 15, ball at the 24. Scoreboard is incorrect here. So 4th down and 15, ball at the 24, and a tough call, and what are we doing? Play clock running down. We do not want to burn a timeout. What are we doing, guys?
Not even a question at this point. Not ready to make the call to kick the field goal or make the play. So Ashland Arrow head coach Scott Valentine going to use his first timeout of the half.
We'll take a break. Be right back.
Ashland, their first of the half.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Coming out of the timeout here at Community Stadium. Arrows up 3, 4th down and 15. Ball at the 24. Bernie in the shotgun, trips right. Twins left there at the Lex 24. Back to pass, pressure off the edge. He steps up, he's in trouble. Steps in away from it and gets absolutely hammered at the 31. So you lose 7. And you burn a timeout, and you turn it over on downs. That is worst-case scenario, friends.
Yeah, and he just kind of squandered a nice start to this second half. A big completion to Gabe Bathwin for 46 yards, and then a pass interference against Tyler Sauter moved you all the way down inside the red zone. You had an opportunity to hit Tyler across the middle for a wide-open touchdown. Nathan Bernhard wasn't able to find him, ended up trying to fit something into Killian O'Brien that fell incomplete, and now you turn it over on downs. Ashland still leading 17-14 here as we are underway in the third quarter. 10-10 to go here.
Guys, Louisville 14-3 over Worcester in the third quarter. Hillsdale battled back 24-21. Norwayne leads them. And the game that we're really interested in is Dover and New Philly. New Philly with a 28-17 lead over Dover.
Pitch to Fogle on the jet sweep, and he is brought down at the 28. There's a flag in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a hold on Markel Martin, potentially. But either way, a loss for Lecht.
Little touch pass to Braden Fogle, already with 7 catches. That would have been completion number 8 to Braden Fogle, but it looks like a blindside block going to get called on the Minutemen.
Well, they had it at the 30. It would have been a loss of 3 back to the 27, I believe. I think the Arrows are going to take the penalty. We'll see.
I think I'd take
Personal
the penalty
foul.
here.
Blindside block. Number 26 on the offense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
Decline.
That would have been 15 yards, right, Tone?
It would have been. Yeah, I would have taken that. Loss of 3 on the catch. Oh, no. They're going to say he actually got back to the line of scrimmage.
So 29, loss of 1.
Of 1.
Definitely would have taken it. Yeah, Twins left, Trips to the right. 10 minutes to go in the third. Arrows up 3. Caudle back to pass. Eisenhart getting held all like crazy. Pitch and catch caught up the 38 on the far side.
Dontrell Hughes on the completion.
First catch for Hughes of the night. And just like that, you're really close to the first down. It'll be third down and
to the 37
about 2.5, 3 yards.
Guys, the difference in this game so far is just the fact that we haven't been really able to get any pressure like we've enjoyed through 9 games this season with the defensive line and a blitzing Lacey or Sauter or whatnot. We haven't had Caudle, off motion, so to speak, or out of timing.
Trips right, single left. He's been very efficient.
18 of 24 right now for Joe Caudle. 75%, 196 yards.
Keeper, left side on third down. He gets away from the initial burst, and he's out near the first down real close. And I think I think we'll see. They're going to call it a first down, guys. Official on the far side calling it for a first down.
Another QB jet sweep to the left. I'm going to say his knee was down, but official going to put it right at the 40-yard line. That's going to be good for a Minuteman first down.
First down and 10. Approaching the 9-minute mark here in the third quarter. 4 wide for Lex. Back to pass, Caudle rolls right, pressure coming. Gets away from it and throws it out of bounds wisely. Good pressure from Lacey and Eisenhart and Grayson Blau as well. Live to see another day.
Guys, it seems like, Lexington's game plan a little bit too, as you just mentioned on that last play, is to spread everybody out here for the Arrows. There was the skill guys on the outside, and then let Caudle just kind of go student body right, student body left, and be the athlete that he is, and let him chew up some yardage when they need some.
Yeah, that time, flooding 3 receivers all to the wide side of the field, trying to find a little bit of space, but all 3 receivers, Chris, kind of ended up within a 5-yard period. So it's great to go 5 wide and kind of spread people out, but you have to run tight routes. You can't let your 10-yard route become a 5-yard route. Looks like a little bit of confusion up front, but Joe Caudle off to the races.
Second down and 10, keeper Caudle into Arrows territory before he runs out of bounds at the 43. That's a pickup of 17.
Couple of wide receivers just not even moving. It looks like they either didn't know the game plan or maybe Joe saw something against the Ashland defense that he just wanted to take advantage of.
That's kind of what it looked like, yeah.
Quick snap and a little dart of 14 yards. Now Lexington Minutemen in Ashland Arrows territory.
First down and 10. They continue to move the football. They've had 2 big turnovers that have really been the difference, or else the Arrows would be down.
Yeah, now play clock under 10 seconds here. Lexington gonna have to hurry up.
Single left, trips right. I don't know if they're going to get this off. 2-1. Caudle calling for it. He gets it off. Quick pass to 7 Allen. Caught at the 48 to the 45. Cuts back inside. And Franz brings him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 3 on 1st down and 10.
Good job by the Lexington offense, just kind of getting set, making sure that play could get off. An opportunity to bring 7 down for a loss, but Michael Franz once again making a nice open field tackle, just slowing him down for Gunnar Lacey to come clean it up after pickup of 3.
2nd down and 7, under 8 minutes to go in a third. Arrows up 17-14 here at Community Stadium. 9-0 against 5-4. Arrows trying to win their first outright OCC in a long time, and it's a handoff. Martin, who's brought down right away by Cooper Smith.
Yeah, Cooper Smith just getting a great jump from his defensive line position, just overtook the offensive tackle before he had an opportunity. Once you see that offensive tackle, and especially when the guard both pull, you just put yourself in their back pocket. They're going to take you exactly to where that play is going. Good job there, good discipline, good read by Cooper Smith, making a tackle for a loss, making this thing now 3rd and long, 3rd and 9.
4 wide, 3rd down and long. Mark it at the 42. They got to get to the 33 of the Arrows.
Pressure coming for Ashland.
Showing it off both sides. Caudle rolling near side. They're coming with it. Hoffman coming after Caudle. He's going to launch it downfield off the hands of Fogel, incomplete.
Hoffman kind of let up there a little bit. Thought he got held or kind of maybe got shoved in the back, but good pressure on the top side. Usually Gavin Hoffman kind of bends around and gets after him real quick, but it looks like Gavin just kind of gave up on it. Maybe he was pointing, saying, my buddy in front of me was getting hold, but
Markel Martin was holding Tyler Holt with all 4 appendages.
Common occurrence recently here, boys.
Yeah, Joe Caudle fires that one out to Braden Fogel, goes over his head to bring out the punting unit. This is fake punt territory, so keep your head on a swivel here. And it looks like Ashland return team knows it as well.
Sauter deep, and a good snap. And he gets it away, spiraling, deep punt. Sauter going to let it go, and it bounces in the end zone for a touchback with 6:49 to go. Send it down to Chris.
Thanks, guys. Here with band member of the week, Brendan Sponsler, brought to us our friends at Bill Harris Dealerships in Ashland and Loudonville. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, man.
It happens. It's all right.
Yeah, it's life, right?
Yep. It's been happening all my life.
You got the Ric Flair flow going up there, man.
Oh, thank you very much.
Can you give us a woo?
A woo?
Yeah, like Ric Flair. Woo.
I don't know. Woo.
There you go. He's got it, guys. How long have you been a part of the band?
I have been a part of the band since 5th grade, playing saxophone the entire time. This is actually the same saxophone that I have since I've been in 5th grade, and it's kind of wearing down on me.
Chris.
But, I'm
back to you guys real quick. Gosh, darn it.
Stand by, Brendan. Stand by, Chris. Arrows with a costly fumble here on the first play, and it is going the other way. Lexington recovers, and this is a disaster. Back down to you, Chris.
What's one of those things weigh?
So this is an alto saxophone, the most typical saxophone you'd find, and that weighs about 5 pounds. The other one that we march is called the tenor. It's a bit bigger, and that weighs maybe about 7.5. And there's a big one called a bari sax, which is short for baritone sax, and that can weigh between 13 and 19 pounds.
Have you ever used that like Kenny G? He's like the only guy I know that plays the saxophone to get a date or ask somebody to homecoming.
No, actually I haven't. I get too nervous for that, and I have no game.
I think you got game. You just gave us a woo right on camera, man.
If you say so. Maybe for prom.
There you go.
All right, there you go. What's your favorite thing about Friday night?
Just socializing with everybody. It's really great, especially when we get to go over and meet the people from the other bands. It's really great to just meet a bunch of people.
Offensive pass interference missed there, boys.
Touchdown, Fogel, after the 2-hand shove to the Arrows defensive back. And Fogel comes up with the touchdown, and that gives Lexington the lead. This is only, the 4th time the Arrows have been losing all season long. We'll see how they respond. Back down to you, Chris.
What other activities are you involved with here at the high school?
I'm involved with the jazz band. I'm the lead saxophone for our jazz band, and I'm also involved in the Super Smash Brothers and Fortnite esports teams.
I love the jazz band, man. That's nothing like going out in Arrow Arena and the team runs out and you guys are just ripping.
Yeah, it's my absolute favorite part of school. Basketball games, all the concerts. I adore it so much, and that's what I'm going to college for. I plan to go into a jazz studies program somewhere.
You just beat me to it. Where were you thinking about college?
OSU. OSU is my big #1 hope. They have an incredible faculty, all their staff, and their music building is just beautiful. It has so much stuff that you would need. It's great.
Look right there in that camera. You let everybody know who the biggest rival is.
Lexington.
Back to you guys, and we need a touchdown, put some points on the board.
Yeah, you're right, and he's right. And our biggest rival is right now dominating us here in the second half, Tony.
Yeah, Lexington on the big fumble recovery comes out kind of in a run set, puts Braden Fogel all the way out on one-on-one coverage with Killian O'Brien, and that's just a matchup that Killian's not been able to win all night. One time for a two-point conversion, we saw Fogel come down with a nice reception. This one looks like maybe Fogel got away with a little bit of a shove, but officials say that was clean. Going to be a 21-yard touchdown for Braden Fogel.
Got to come up with an answer here, guys. We can't let this continue to snowball. A couple of bad turnovers in the Arrows and some questionable plays, but, you know, Chris, Tony, this is what it's all about. You're playing your biggest rival, Week 10, senior night. You're trying to go undefeated. You're trying to get home field advantage for 2 rounds in the playoffs, and you're down 4 with 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, and, you know, Ashland continues to go back to the quarterback, you know, run up the middle, but, you know, even with 3 down linemen, they still have 3 linebackers, and right now Lexington's kind of daring Coach Valentine in this offense to pass the football. This kickoff is going to go all the way into the end zone. Tyler Salter wants to bring it back out, but the officials say, nope, we're going to just march it back out and let your offense come back out.
Arrows dodged a bullet there, Chris, because one of our up men put his hands up and almost touched it, and if that ball touches off of him,
it's a fumble,
and then goes back through the back of the end zone,
it's a safety.
It's a safety.
And I think that's what Tyler Sauter saw there when he, you know, made a nice athletic heads-up play there to go ahead and grab that and bring it out. Like, you know, maybe it's live, maybe it's not. It's a smart play there from the senior captain, but you guys are right. We need to put some points on the board right now, and we need to get back in rhythm. The energy in this facility has just been sucked out if you're an Arrows fan.
Sure has. 21-17, the Minutemen on top. 6:38 to go in a third quarter. Long way to go. Trips right. Grayson Baith in motion. Handoff, Baith up the middle. He's met at the line and falls forward out to the 23. Picks up 3 on first down.
Lexington screaming for a hold on that last play there, boys.
Oh, the irony.
There is some irony there.
I tee it up and you guys smash it down the fairway.
Twins right, Trips right. Twins left. Ernie in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking quick side to the near side, rather. Crudy caught at the 28. I think that's the first target and catch maybe for Crudy here tonight.
That is correct. Yeah, 1 catch last week against Worcester, good for 12 yards. This one, first catch for Crudy.
And Cam Boozer is down on the far sideline at the 30. Might be a cramp. We'll see. Either way, ball at the 28, guys. 3rd down and 2. And you can't go 3 and out here. I mean, this would be a huge, huge momentum shift. Continuing, I should say, really back to Lexington if you can't pick up 2 yards here.
Yeah, you know, when you think about the last couple of possessions, you know, you had it almost in your red zone and unable to really put it in. You had an opportunity to maybe kick a long field goal and went for it on 4th down and couldn't even get the pass off. You know, you gave up, had a nice little defensive stand to finally, you know, put your offense back out there, and then a one-play fumble turnover, and then Lexington came out and, you know, had a 1-play touchdown. So a lot of 1-play transitions, and you just kind of want to slow things down. Ashland offense hasn't had an opportunity to really have a sustained drive. They've had some big plays, had a 46-yard pass to Gabe Baith and a 41-yard touchdown pass to Killian. But other than that, it's been a lot of the Ashland defense out there tonight.
Cam Boozer still down, getting some water and stretched out over there at that 30, hoping it's just a cramp for the young man. And the Arrows huddling on the near sideline have already burned one. Let's take a look at the OCC tonight, guys. I know this is the big one, right? But we're talking OCC. We're talking what's happening tonight's schedule. West Holmes at home against Holy Name. Of course, we're here against Lex, Worcester at Louisville, and Mansfield Senior and Madison. And then, you know, Dover will join us next year. They're playing New Philly tonight.
Yeah, Holy Name, a little bit of a down year. You know, we're used to kind of seeing them kind of having some success, but West Holmes leading them right now 21-10. Looking around at some other OCC scores, Madison leading against the TY Tigers 7-0 in the 3rd.
3rd down and 2. Keeper Bernhardt rumbles forward and pushes himself into the first down territory at the 31. That'll move the chains and give the Arrows a BB&C Car Care first down. And boy, did they need that, and they ran to it, guys. We won't say that they passed to it or they drove to it, but they ran over to BBC and got the first down at the 31, and that's a big one.
Yeah, that's just a nice run by Nathan Bernhard, coming back from a fumble on the last drive, even just like taking the hit, covering the ball, being a little bit more protective. He kind of knows now that, hey, Lexington's going to be ripping at the football. Make sure you have 4 or 5 points of contact every time you're getting hit.
Quick hitter out to the right side. Grayson Bates has it 35, 40, 45, 50 into Lex territory and knocked out of bounds inside the Lex 40. That is a big run right there for the Arrow. A big pitch and catch, I should say.
Yeah, nice job there again by Grayson Bates, 33 yards, and just using his speed on the outside. You kind of look like he's going to come inside, and as a running back, some of the outside defenders looks like, hey, we're going to kind of hunker down, and this guy's going to try to run us over, but good job by Grayson continuing to bounce that outside, passes midfield, and gets all the way down to the 37. Ashland with another BB&C car care first down.
Guys, one more score, and we got to take care of business tonight, obviously, but one big one in terms of points. New Philly extending that lead over Dover, 35-24 in the third quarter.
5 wide, Bernie launching it deep. He's got O'Brien caught at the 8. Touchdown, KOB, 43 yards.
36-yard touchdown pass from Nathan Bernhard.
36 yards.
Somebody's down here for Lexington.
Killen O'Brien slowing down just a little bit, kind of focusing on that. Had a drop earlier, making sure that one doesn't get dropped. Brings it in at the 8-yard line and just scampers in for the final 8 yards. Putting points up on the board here for the Ashland Arrows with 5:11 to go here in the third.
Caden Kunkel is down, crumpled down in the end zone, holding his leg. And the senior wideout and defensive back is still in the end zone with the training staffs around him. The Arrows score the touchdown, 36 yards, even though the scoreboard said 43. I got to stop looking at the scoreboard.
Trust me.
Trust Tone. I'm not going to say any more yardages.
That's right.
I'll just trust Tone Loke next to me.
He threw it from the 41, if that matters.
Sure. And Kunkel still down. Training staff's checking on him.
I think we might just have the dreaded Week 10 cramp, boys.
Okay. Well, let's hope so. It looks like they're trying to stretch out that leg. And the Arrows, meanwhile, we talked about it, Tony, a 23-21 lead, and that's big. Extra point, of course, will come after this. And we can take a look at the OCC standings right now with the Arrows at the top, obviously at 5-0. Lex right behind us. And then, New Philly trying to fight for what they can. If Lex loses tonight, obviously it's a share of second place. And regardless of what Ricky Bobby might have said, there is a second place, a third place, a fourth place.
Yeah,
Heck, there's even a fifth place.
Yeah, Worcester right now trailing against Louisville. They put another touchdown on the board, so they're trailing 10-14. That would be a big win if Worcester could squeak out a non-conference win. But yeah, Madison and Mansfield, a senior, coming in at 1-4, kind of squaring off against each other. The battle for Mansfield in the third quarter, Madison still leads 7-0.
Well, I would personally, no offense to the TY Tigers folks out there, but after watching Madison battle every week this year, they have been close in so many games, and including against the Arrows, guys. I'd love to see them pull out a win against the Tigers.
That's one of the best one-win football teams I've ever seen.
I know, it's a weird thing to say, right? And you're not mocking that.
No,
you're not like
that's a good football team.
Exactly.
The fact that I would have lost some credits if they just said after Tony and I watched that game that they would have only won one game the rest of the way. I'd have been down in the hole.
Yeah, you look back at their season. West Holmes, I think they lost on a last-second field goal with 3 seconds. They took Ashland to triple overtime. They were in the New Philly game. They were 7-14 losers at Lexington last week. Yeah, now leading 7-0.
Blocked, extra point blocked, and that'll do it. 23-21, that ball goes down. Arrows are up 2, 5-11, guys. Both teams now blocked an extra point, so we'll call it even. That's a big one, though.
Yep, and just pressure coming right up the middle. Goes from a 2-point lead that we had. You could have extended that to a 3-point lead and had the opportunity to really put a field goal difference up on the scoreboard, but blocked field goal will leave this at 23-21.
Guys, Arrow's O-line has been dominant this year in most games, and they're struggling a little bit here tonight against this Lexington front.
Yeah, I don't know if they're really. Yeah, I take that back. They are struggling against them because even with a 3-man front that Lexington's bringing, they've found some success coming from the outside. It just seems like Lexington's been a lot more physical and even just like, I don't want to call it violent, but like willing to kind of throw the offensive linemen around a little bit, willing to hold, willing to kind of not play dirty, but
take what they're going to give you as
play in the gray area. It's called.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen that a whole lot for this Ashland offensive line to have to kind of stand up and and really sink down low, find another gear. But give credit to Nathan Bernhard. Continues to throw the ball over the top. When you have a defense that's bringing so much pressure, that's playing aggressive, that's playing press coverage, the way to beat that is by going over the top. Right now, Nathan Bernhard, 9 of 12 passing, right at 75%, 210 yards through the air, and 2 touchdown strikes to Killian O'Brien.
Well, the Peanut Gallery chimed in and said the same thing that you said just now, Tony. The Country Manufacturing kickoff is away. It's short. It's grabbed by Fogel at the 19 to the 20. And he's held up right there and knocked down at the 24. Nice job by the Arrows kick coverage team. Gabe Baith in on the tackle for Ashland. Not much doing there. Good job by Gabe. Really showing some strength and bringing him down.
Yeah, you just continue to stretch people to the sideline, make them go left to right. Don't give big guys or fast guys lanes right up the middle. That's where kick coverages really get in trouble. But if you can continue just to force him to the sideline, eventually he's going to run out of real estate. This time the junior brings him down.
Well, they're all big possessions at this point, every one of them. So I'm not going to call them huge. They're all big. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Pistol formation. Caudle in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking right. Pushed out of the pocket, rolls left, in trouble and throws it away out of bounds. Incomplete. Wise decision by Caudle. And there's a man down again now for Lex, but I think he's okay. Quickly up.
Good pursuit there by Dylan Vudges, the senior, making Joe roll out. And finally, Gunnar Lacey, and enough film seen by Joe Caudle to know you don't want to hold that ball with number 24 bearing down on you. He just tosses that one out of bounds.
Arrows dodged the bullet right there, guys. On that broken play, him scrambling out to the left, there was a wide open Lex receiver in the middle of the field working back towards Caudle. Thankfully, he didn't see him.
4 wide. Martin behind Caudle. And this shotgun at the 24. Cuts it near side. It's a keeper. Not much there. Wrapped up right away in the backfield at the line of scrimmage by Gunnar Lacey. Who else?
Well, this is the first time that Ashland's been able to force this back onto the inside, and that's because the defensive end finally gets to the outside. That's going to be senior Joey Eisenhart saying, hey, I've seen this enough times, and when I start to feel like I'm getting hooked, I've got to fight to the outside. And when you fight to the outside and you win that battle, now Joe's got to come back to the inside, and there's no real estate to run. You've got 9 more defenders that can help you. A nice gain of 0 for the Ashland defense, going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 10, 4 wide. Martin and Caudle in the backfield. Arrows kind of drop back, a little softer coverage, pressure up the middle from Vudges. Now Caudle rolls right, looking downfield. Here comes the heat-seeking missile. Caudle launches it up deep for Fogel. It's knocked away. Good coverage downfield. Michael Franz.
Good job there, Michael Franz. A little undersized, but kept his eyes on that ball the whole time. He saw the scramble, and he knew that someone's going to go deep. Gave a couple of yards away, but a couple of inches up against the junior.
Just
Fogel.
a couple.
But
that's
a
huge
punch
play,
out.
boys. Huge.
Michael Franz been out for the last, 5 weeks? And here he is coming up with a tremendously important play at a critical juncture in this football game. Arrows struggling to get the right personnel here against the punt coming from Lex. 5 on the play clock. Lex counting their men. They might have trouble getting it off. 2, 1. I don't know if they got that one off, but they're going to say they did. Punt is away. It's low and wobbly. Sauter lets it bounce at the 41. He's going to get it on one hop. It goes out of bounds wisely as he grabbed the ball around the 38-yard line. 3:59 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, nice job there by Tyler. Didn't save a whole lot of yardage just by picking it up, but every yard counts here on week 10 when you're facing your rival. Good job there by number 5, maximizing every inch of this thing. Going to mark the ball out on the 38-yard line of Ashland's side of the field as they are nursing a 2-point lead, 23-21 here with 3:59 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Brandon Wells and Tony Van Dyne up here in the Priest Dental broadcast booth. Chris Mowry down on the sidelines. Twins right, trips left. Bernie, short drop, quick hitter to Gabe. Caught at the 35, makes a man miss, and lunges forward to the 43 before he's brought down by Boozer.
Tony,
that's a good pickup. Go ahead, Chris.
Tony, that plays there time after time, snap after snap with Baith, and we get 6, we get 8, we get 12. I think we just got to keep going back to that.
Yeah, anytime that you see that, there's 3 guys to the left and only 2 defenders, you just need to fire that thing out there and let Gabe make a couple of guys miss and let him be an athlete.
5 yards officially on that one. 5 wide. 2nd down and 5. Grayson in motion. It's a little read option handoff. He cuts it back to the middle. He's out to the 45, maybe the 46. So a gain of 3, 3rd down and 2, and another critical 3rd down at their own 46 coming up for Ashland.
Yeah, I think I almost just mentally make the decision here to run this thing twice, even if, unless I lose something major here. For me, this is a Nathan Bernhard run up the middle. Almost every play except for the fumbled snap and a couple of sacks. Nathan Bernhard's picked up at least 3 or 4. He can easily pick up this too.
Tony, I might even put the Arby's package in right now to make sure we pick it up.
Trips right, Twins left.
Press coverage everywhere.
They're showing some pressure. Bernie back to pass. He's going to launch it downfield on the far right sideline. Incomplete at the 28, looking for Killian O'Brien. Great coverage downfield from Mason Frost, junior defensive back for Lex.
Yeah, nice effort to fire that thing down. Good coverage. Killian O'Brien able to come up with those. Unable to come down with that one, but because you didn't pick anything up, you went from 3rd and 2 to 4th and 2.
And they're going to
bring out the punting unit. First time we've seen the punting unit tonight for Ashland.
Second time.
First time in the second half. Crudy takes the snap. Low spiraling punt. Fogel standing back inside his own 10, takes an arrow's bounce and goes out of bounds inside the 10. Nice job by Crudy. And Ashland has Lex kind of pinned back there with 2:29 to go.
In the 3rd.
In the 3rd, thank you.
Yeah.
It's pregnant pause is what that's called.
I liked it. It was very
pregnant. Or I could have had a mini stroke. It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a long week.
We got a guy up there in the booth that's went to school long enough. He could be just about a doctor. He can help you out.
Oh, my. Who's that?
BG, man. He's a professional student, graduate of Ashland University.
My man, Brandon Gunder.
Many thanks to Brandon Gunder for all his help this year. He's been fantastic and a nice addition to the crew.
Absolutely correct, Chris. 2:29 to go. Handoff. Martin spinning, bludgeoning his way forward out to the 15. A pickup of 6. Big Markel Martin.
First time we've seen 2 running backs in the backfield for the Minutemen, trying to get a little bit of misdirection on the counterplay to Markel. Going to pick up 5 or 6 yards and make this 2nd and 5.
Mark it just short of the 15. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 23-21, Arrows on top here at Community Stadium. Lex bringing the noise tonight. Handoff, left side, nothing there. Brought down right away. And that was the fullback, Cam Boozer, 6 foot 195.
Yeah, kind of the other option to the previous play. This time just using your big guy, trying to hit it quick. Gunnar Lacey makes the nice read, though. Typically when there's 2 running backs, the linebackers kind of have a guy that you're marking. You're either marking the guy to the right or you're marking the guy to the left, and wherever they go, that's where you go. Obviously there, Gunnar Lacey kind of got the green light to follow Cam Boozer wherever he goes. Going to go for a loss of 1, another tackle for a loss for Gunnar Lacey. Going to bring up a big 3rd down.
3rd down and 5. Ball at the 15, just shy of it. Caudle looking near side, rolls out. Pressure coming from the Arrows, and he's going to launch it away. And Arrows almost came up with an interception. It's incomplete. Great job, Killian O'Brien efforting. 4th down coming up, and here comes the punt unit for Lex.
Yeah, Gunnar Lacey finally kind of got the green light to go attack and not just kind of play QB spy, kind of forcing the pressure by Joe Caudle. Incomplete pass, we'll say, is intended for Fogel. 13 attempted completions to Braden Fogel. He's come down with 9 of them for 80 yards.
Punt unit back out, punting from their own 1-yard line. Sauter standing just inside Arrows territory. 4th down and 5. Low snap, grabbed. Wobbly punt. Sauter going to let it bounce near midfield. 1 hop again, grabbed at the 42. To the 45, cuts it out right now inside Lex territory and knocked down near the 48-yard line. Arrows will have excellent field position here to start this possession with 51 seconds remaining in the 3rd.
Yeah, nice return of 16 there for the senior, taking it over midfield and letting Ashland start in the Lexington territory, as you mentioned, right on the 48-yard line. Nathan Bernhard going to come out one more time. 10 of 14 so far through the majority of 3 quarters. 215 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. He's added another 66 yards running. It really seems like Lexington's defense continues to pressure, continues to walk guys up. You can see here, on the screen, everyone within 6 or 7 yards of the line of scrimmage, just daring this team to take another shot deep.
Nathan Bernhardt in the shotgun, 4 to the near side. They look at DeBaith. Now he's looking downfield. Nothing there. Bernie is in trouble. And he's still getting stood up, and he gets sacked.
A loss of 10.
A huge loss. They'll mark it at the 44, so a loss of 8. How you like that math? But I thought your spot was correct either way, Tony. 30 seconds to go in a third. And according to the scoreboard, it's first down and 48. But that's not true. The ball's at the 44.
Oh, it's second 48.
Okay, well, you corrected me. Okay, we're struggling up here today.
Ball's on the 9, though, too.
Well,
so
we'll get there.
Some problems.
We'll get there. Yeah, trips right, twins to the near side.
Got to get this play off before the quarter break.
8 seconds. 7 on the play clock. Back to pass. Bernie looking pressure off the edge. He's going to have to roll out right and launch it downfield. He does. He's got a man inside the 40.
Candy.
And it's caught on the far side, and that is a first down for the Arrows, a BB&C Car Care first down. And there are 2 ticks remaining here in the third quarter, and that was just a amazing pitch and catch right there when they needed it.
Yeah, Gabe Baith was kind of coming back to try to help Nathan Bernhardt out, and Gabe thought he got overthrown, but it was Tyler Sauter coming all the way back to the out-of-bounds line. Nice job squeezing that thing, bringing it in.
End of the third, 23-21 Arrows.
At Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection, we're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
Back here at Community Stadium, the band going crazy down there in the traditional Arrows. End of the third, start of the fourth. We're about to get rolling, though. 23-21 Arrows, first down and 10. Ball at the Lex 38. Quick pass out to the far side. Gabe Baith caught at the 40, 35. And he's upended right there at the 33, but the Arrows get 5. And a nice job there by Gabe to catch that one and get some yards and hold on to the ball.
6 targets for Gabe Baith tonight, 6 catches. That puts him at 100 yards receiving. Good game here for Gabe after getting blanked last week at Worcester. No catches, but coming back with a vengeance. 6 catches, 100 yards.
The beauty of having a lot of targets and weapons is that teams can pick and choose who they want to try to isolate, but you can't isolate them all.
Yeah, hard to cover 5 guys, for 48 minutes.
Bernie in a shotgun, 5 wide, 11:25 to go in a fourth. Bernie looking right. Now he's in trouble. He's going to tuck it and run up the middle, and he's not going to get himself back to the line of scrimmage, just to the 34, and lost a yard. And they have done a good job of trying to bunch up that middle when he starts to run.
Yeah, it didn't look like Nathan had anything downfield. Would have loved to have just seen him just continue to sit in that pocket a little bit. That was the first time that I think that offensive line actually kind of stepped up, probably got challenged a little bit by the offensive coaching staff here as we start the fourth quarter to say, hey, these guys have kind of given you the runaround for the first 3 quarters. If you give number 10 a little bit more time, there are guys open down there. The line finally stepped up, but I think Nathan's internal clock is just running a little bit too fast right now.
3rd down and 5, a big one. Bernie looking near side, and he overshoots Gabe Baith at the 31. Would have been short of the first down anyway. I'm not sure on that one. And now it's 4th and 5, and you've got kind of a in-between spot. I think you're probably going for it here.
Yeah.
Don't burn a timeout. Make a decision.
So yeah, 28 seconds, plenty of time. Looks like the punting unit's coming out. Pin them deep.
Okay, defense has played pretty well here in the second half other than the first possession, so we'll see what they can do. The last couple possessions, I should say, the D has held their own.
Yeah, defense has played well, and the one score coming off of the turnover, the one play touchdown strike that we thought, maybe had a penalty involved with it, but the officials did, thought it was pretty clean. So
that's a fake up the middle, and he's going to be short. The up man had it, and he's short at the 32. We'll see the replay. I think it might have been Sauter. Hard to tell.
It looked like he had tons of room to run.
Gunnar Lacey.
Fake. Looked like all he had to do was make one read.
Outside.
Gavin Hoffman had him. All he had to do was make the cut to the right, but Gunner going to get brought down for a gain of 2 and going to be a turnover on downs.
I applaud the effort there, and I applaud the play call and trying to make something happen.
Yeah, that deep in their part of the part of the field. I agree, Chris. 10:35 to go, though. First down.
Is that a pin throw?
No. It was close. Ball at the 32. Quads right. Single split way to the near side at the numbers. This is a funky play. It's a little pitch to 7 Allen. They're trying to go out near side. He's out to the 30, 35, and goes out of bounds just past the 35. They tried to clear out that near side of the field, Tony, and it nearly worked.
Yeah, and we've seen them isolate kind of one-on-one to try to have a jump ball. This time running a reverse, and good job by the defense just kind of stretching that out. Going to give up 5 or 6 yards, but could have been a lot worse on a reverse.
Ball at the 37. They got to get to the 42. Second down and 5. Trips right. Twins left. Arrows with a 2-point lead. Both teams have missed extra points. Lex had the lead not long ago. Caudle back to pass. Pressure coming up the middle. Lex got away with a hold. Fires it out on the far side. Caught and still on his feet for a first down and more is Gage Powell. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 45.
Just not enough pressure coming right now from the defensive front. Joe does a nice job of kind of just stretching that off to the right, finding Gage Powell, who ducks under the first tackler and gets just enough for the first down and moving the chains.
All marked at the 44. Crowd dead on the Arrows side. They could use some inspiration over here. Twins right, Twins left, single in the back. Man in motion. It's Hughes. Now it's Trips right. Handoff. Cutting it near to the near side is Boozer, and he's brought down at the 47. It's a gain of 3. Second and 7.
It's like Gavin Hoffman coming on a blitz, almost outran that play, but does a nice job just kind of cutting back, getting a little bit of the ankle before Dylan Vudges cleans it up for a gain of 3, as you mentioned.
Second down and 7. Under 10 minutes to go in regulation. Twins right, Twins left. Now Hughes in motion again, going left to right. Single back behind Caudle. Caudle looking right, pressure coming off the near side. Smith chasing him, and Caudle does the wise thing and throws it out of bounds. There's a late flag on the near side. It's an ineligible receiver downfield, I think, is what the call is going to be.
Yeah, they were trying to set up a screen play over to the right, and that thing just got read really quickly by the Arrow defense. Joe wisely doesn't throw it, but obviously, offensive linemen are down blocking. Too much of that play is already developed, so going to get the penalty marked off here and redo second down.
I always felt like, ineligible receiver should be a loss of down, too, because, if you get away with it.
Yeah.
Number 73 on the offense, ineligible downfield. That penalty's declined.
Oh, they're going to decline it.
They'll take a loss of down, essentially, right?
Third down.
Pass.
So third down and 7, ball at the 47-yard line. Lex hurries to the line of scrimmage. Arrow's not quite ready to go, but now settle in. Caudle in his shotgun, trips to the near side, single to the far side. Back to pass. Looking over the middle, now right side, and it is
jumped. Oh, my goodness.
Incomplete, but a flag comes in. It's going to be a pass interference call on Ngani.
Yeah, you'll see Ngani at the top. I thought he had a nice little jump on this. Not sure if he got a hand on the
pass
waist.
Number 4 on the
It looked like they got there at the same time. Yeah.
Penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Automatic first down and 15 yards.
Well, this is the type of possession that the Minutemen want. Trailing by 2 with 9:30 to go. They'd love just to bleed this clock.
Yeah, score and leave limited possession opportunities for the Arrows. You're right. 4 wide.
Don't forget, we've burnt one of those 3 timeouts already, too, boys.
Yeah, we burned it all right up in flames. Back to pass. Caudle looks quickly to the right. It's a screen. Caught at the 40. Knocked down at the 39. On the far side is Fogel. Good job of the Arrows collapsing right there. Gertel in on the tackle.
Yeah, finally well read. And when you make a play quick enough, you don't get the opportunity to get blocked. Josh Ngani kind of making up for his defensive pass interference with a tackle for a loss. Going to be a loss of 1 on the pass completion. Going to bring up 2nd and 11 9:05 to go. Ashland leads 23-21 here in the fourth quarter.
Not sure what the range is for kickers on the Lex side.
Whatever the range is, they're going to have 15-mile-an-hour wind to kick into.
Caudill looking near side, hits 7 Allen at the 41. He tries to run over KOB, and KOB brings him down after a short gain at the 37. It'll be third down. And this is when the Arrows fans need to get loud, everybody.
Joey Eisenhart doing a nice job there, taking on a double team and still getting to Joe Caudill's face, making that thing come out before he's comfortable for it. 7 Allen brings it in and just picks up 2, going to set up 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9. I think Kirk Conrad's equipment's messing with you down there. Twins right, twins left. Caudill in the shotgun. Boozer protecting him. He's going to launch it right side, just a throw-up ball, and it's intercepted. 35-40, 45-50, going the other way. Franz, there's a flag down. 30-20, 15-10. I think it's a sideline warning.
He's going to score.
Franz, end zone, touchdown, interception return. I think the flag's just going to be a sideline warning, and the Arrows have struck gold with another interception, a pick 6 again.
The first one goes for 68-yard interception, pick 6. This one's sitting at a 65-yard from the senior Michael Franz to make this a 2-possession game. Touchdown Arrows.
They tried to throw that ball up for Fogel again and went to that well too many times.
Yeah, and that's just one of those timing things that you have a 6'5" receiver that you can probably just put that up nice and high. We've seen Michael Franz kind of punch one away on a deep shot. This time he undercuts it, picks it off, and takes it all the way back to the end zone.
Comfort control touchdown right there. And guys, this is an important extra point. The Connery manufacturing extra point with Carson O'Brien coming out. KOB will be the holder. We've had one blocked. Just got to get this ball up in the air quick and let the wind do the rest, because it's whipping with you here, going left to right. Oh, a very important extra point coming to make it a 2-score lead. Good hold, good snap. Extra point is booted away, and it is good. Would have been good from 50. We'll take a break.
Almost kicked it over to Keith.
We'll be back after this.
At Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection, we're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
Well, boys, 30-21, Arrows on top, 7:54 to go in the fourth quarter.
2 offensive touchdowns, 2 defensive touchdowns tonight for the Ashland Arrow football team. Second interception for touchdown just coming from Michael Franz, returned 65 yards to make this a 9-point game. Ashland Arrows leading the Lexington Minutemen 30-21 with 7 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. O'Brien to boot it away. 9-0 Ashland, trying to go undefeated for the second time in 118 years. Into the end zone, touchback.
Well, if you ever needed a stop, boys, and you ever needed the defense to bow up, this would be the possession right here to do it and leave your mark on this season right now on the Arrows squad.
Last time they went undefeated, Chris, 2006.
I watched 13 games that season, and that was magical. An amazing football team, and this one, no slouch either. Obviously, we've got our work cut out for us still here with, 7:54 to go, but pretty awesome that selfishly I've got to see both of them.
Caudill in the Lexington offense, needing a response. Handoff, Martin up the middle, and he's brought down at the 24.
Tony, if you're Lexington, what's your mentality here on this possession, knowing that you need 2 scores to get back in the football game?
Yeah, I think you continue to run the offense that you've been running because you've had some success with it, but you just kind of pick it up. Ethan Robles going to get the carry. Yeah, but Chris, back to your question. I think you have to just continue to run the football, but eventually you're going to have to take a couple of shots deep. You know, Joe Cottle's done a good job of just kind of dinking and dunking, but eventually you're going to have to put something up in the air and try to get a 30 or 40-yard chunk play.
Cottle over the middle, looking. He's got Powell. It's incomplete, almost intercepted. Great job by Sauter, knocking it out of the hands of Gage Powell.
Yeah, and right there, that's probably the deepest pass that we've seen Joe throw, other than when he's just kind of throwing it out of bounds, trying to fit it in between Gavin Hoffman and Tyler Sauter. Nice job there by number 5. A couple of seniors making sure that falls incomplete, going to bring up 3rd and 6.
And then, guys, keep in mind, if he does do what Tony is suggesting, he have to take a shot deep down the field, he's going to have to throw it in about 15 to 17-mile-an-hour wind, too.
Great point, Christopher. Well done. Single to the right, trips near side. Cottle, low snap. He grabs it, though. Eisenhart pressuring him. Here comes the Arrows D-line. Cottle in trouble, has to throw it away. It's intercepted by the Arrows. Gavin Hoffman.
Good job by Joey Eisenhart. He's given pressure all night long. Once again, beating the defensive end, making Joe roll out. Joe Cottle just trying to fire one, just kind of flicks his wrist, and Gavin Hoffman finds himself an interception. 2 last week, 1 more for Gavin Hoffman. It's a hat trick.
Chris, Gavin Hoffman's had a heck of a season, hasn't he?
I have told you boys every week that has been my unsung hero, and he is right there. Gavin on the spot for another pick and gonna send. I'm not going to get ahead of myself yet, boys, but put the Arrows in good position to put more points on the board.
I'd take a shot here, Chris.
I would take a shot, Tony, right here.
Well, that would make it 37-21, boys.
Oh, that's better than I want right there.
Trips
I know
left.
where you're going with that one.
Single to the near side. Ball loose for a second. Bernie picks it up. He's going to run right up the middle, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at the 34.
That was a run play. There was no shot coming, but yeah.
No shot. It's going to be a keeper up the middle, huh? Or a handoff, actually, to Bates is what it looked like.
Boys, here's what I'm doing. You see that play clock right there in the end zone? 29, 28, 27. Snapping that baby with 2 to go.
Oh, 100%. You need to run as much clock as possible. You're up 2 scores right now.
Absolutely, yeah. It looks like Coach Valentine's doing just that, kind of slowing down his play call, getting in right now with 15 seconds to go. Getting it in, Nathan Bernhard relaying it to his teammates, getting settled in here with 7 seconds on the play clock.
Keeper, Nathan, cuts it out right side, stiff arms a man. That was Cottle, and now he is brought down at the 32. They held him up and tried to give him the business.
Yeah, forward progress going to give him a nice completion of 3. Nathan Bernhard, nice little stiff arm there against Joe Cottle, quarterback to quarterback, just on the other side of the football.
Bernie's taking some shots tonight, guys. He's been really tough and keeps battling back. Chris Mowry disappearing down to the left. I don't know where he's going.
Just going for a walk.
Maybe he just can't handle the angst, just the nervous energy down there.
Glad to know I'm on your boys' radar. Thank you. Thank you. I'm down at the pylon.
Yeah.
The opposite side of the field.
That's true.
Bernie in the shotgun and a whistle. And what do we got? Officials timeout, guys?
No timeout. Dead ball. Delay a game on the offense.
That's
5 yard
one way to use all the clock.
Still 3rd down.
Jeez.
Not ideal on 3rd down and 7 to go backward 5 yards. Now 3rd and 12. 5:32 to go. Well, start that play clock once again and the game clock. So you get another 12. We've talked about this before, Tony, of like kind of cheating the system.
This was the Titans and the Patriots, right?
Don't snap it.
Trips left.
Tony,
right.
was Oregon and Ohio State.
Bernie looking downfield. There's your shot, boys. Oh, and he overshot him. He had a man downfield, and Gabe Bates just overshot him in the end zone.
Not sure if Gabe got knocked off his route there, or if it just got overthrown a little bit, but
Tony, I think it got up in the jet stream there. Keep in mind, we're going with the wind now, and I think it just sailed on Bernhard a bit.
Just hung up there just a little bit.
You're right. That's the wind wreaking havoc with it. So 4th down and 7 for the Arrows at the 30. I'm sorry.
Timeout. Oh, you
4th
should
down and 12 at the 36.
And you should take the delay of game here. You should not take the timeout, Coach. Take the delay.
Yeah, take the delay, hold your timeout, and then punt it away. Do not call timeout here.
Well, keep in mind, it doesn't really matter. There's no game clock going off, right? But
Chris. Why would you call timeout?
I wouldn't call timeout. My point was, if you're trying to get it down there, irrelevant, right? I think we're saying the same thing, just in a different way.
Well, he didn't call timeout.
No,
Coach
no
Smarty,
timeout.
He did the right thing down there.
100%. That's what I was trying to get you to agree with.
I've never questioned a coach or a referee, an official, a human, my wife,
We'll
my
have
pastor.
a 50-50 lottery for a game that they can call with me and you someday, and then the listeners can find out.
McCurdy puts it away, angled into the corner, and he tries to put it into the corner, but hits it into the end zone for a touchback with 5:09 to go in the 4th. Keep it here, boys. Chris, defensively, what do you expect Coach Stackhouse here to do? Because you're up 9. You don't want to get too soft and too preventative, right?
No, I'm not playing the prevent defense, prevent you from winning. I watch that with the Browns too many times.
1986, ring a bell?
Let's not go there. Tony, enough. Tony.
Marty Schottenheimer.
To answer the question, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be me, and I'm going to send Ryan Stackhouse pressure. Maybe not the whole lot, but when that quarterback gets out left or right, you got to get him on the ground. You need a couple hats around him to do so.
Cottle in the shotgun. Once again, I don't think he's taking a single snap under center.
Look how wide Cooper Smith's now setting up. Just knows that he can kind of beat that tackle on the outside.
He got double teamed. Cottle pushing right. Lacey tracking him down. Can't get him. Cottle's going to run. 20, 25, and goes out of bounds. Good job by Gunnar Lacey forcing him to run. Boy, Gunnar coming in like a heat-seeking missile right there.
Yeah, kind of trying to use that back right hand as a hammer to knock the ball out. Joe Cottle looking down the field, trying to find someone open. Thought maybe Gunnar could get a strip sack. Joe Cottle runs for 6.
I will promise you that number 24 in orange does not care that Joe Cottle's 6'4" and 230 pounds. He will lay him out if given the chance.
Cottle did a nice job of stiff-arming him and getting away. Back to pass on a short drop. Pressure coming on that right side. There's a hold. Yep, throws it over the middle. Caught at the 39 by Fogel. He's still on his feet to the 40, 45, and Goings and company bring him down. But this is all coming back. Boy, you can take your pick on that hold, Tony, right?
Yeah, you got a couple guys on the outside that got held. You got Joey Eisenhart that got held. Pick one of the offensive linemen. Going to turn this 2nd and 6 into a 2nd and 16.
And it eats up more of the time remaining.
Sure, yeah. All the game clock of, Fogel kind of running around trying to make something happen down the field.
79
this Ashland defense, just right now is able to really widen out and kind of bring pressure on the outside because Joe has liked to kind of run to the outside. David Bigger is going to get called on the hold for the Minutemen.
Arrows are 5 minutes away from being 10-0. Cottle in his shotgun. Back to pass. 3-step drop. Pressure coming on that right side. Throws it over the middle. Caught by Powell at the 26 and knocked down just beyond that by Killian O'Brien at the 28.
Going to get everything that they lost on the holding call and bring up 3rd and short.
In the hurry up. 4 wide.
3rd and 3.
Cottle back to pass, looking near side. Pressure coming. He launches it downfield, incomplete.
That pass intended for Markel Martin. More than anything, I think Joe Cottle just trying to get something out there, and Joe comes up limping after that play in pursuit by the Ashland defense.
Cottle, you're right, getting a little gimpy right there going back. Have a little interference there with Mr. Mowry's mic. 4th down. 4 wide. This is it for Lex. Cottle back to pass. Throws it near side. Incomplete. Looking for Fogel. Gavin Hoffman on the coverage.
Who?
Gavin Hoffman.
One more time.
Gavin Hoffman.
Just a little out route there for Gavin Hoffman one more time. Joe Cottle trying to throw it up there for a 50-50 ball and trust his 6'5" tight end. Gavin Hoffman able to get just enough of a hand on it to turn away the 4th down attempt. It's going to be a turnover on downs. 4:06 to go here in the 4th quarter. Ashland with a 9-point lead brings out their Ashland offense one more time.
G-Money has played well this season.
Oh, yes.
Regardless of what anyone thinks, he has played amazing defense at times.
Incredible all season long.
Handoff, Baith, not much there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage with 4 minutes to go. And Coach Sarris going to call timeout. That's his first of his 3.
6 rushing attempts tonight for Grayson Baith, 25 yards.
Lexington.
But when they've needed him, he's come up big. 3 first down runs for the sophomore.
30-21, Arrows on top, 3:59 to go in the 4th. Lex, with multiple turnovers, has really hurt themselves. And the Arrows and Minutemen in another classic rivalry matchup.
You wouldn't expect anything less, right? I mean, it's what you can expect in these massive rivalry games. And
I'd like the Arrows to put up 8 more, just to be clear.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a pick 6 or something.
I mean, if you really want to get, kind of goofy, I was looking for 71, to be honest.
Well, Lex, if the Arrows are able to hold on and win this one, the Minutemen will have to wait and see their fate to be determined with a loss as to whether or not they make it. They probably will make it in. The Minutemen will most likely make it in. The Arrows, meanwhile, will have to kind of wait and see. The only game in front of them, of the teams in front of them that is not tonight, is tomorrow. McKinley and Massillon game is actually tomorrow. So Twins left, Twins right. Handoff, Baith, left side.
That's Sauter.
I'm sorry, Sauter takes it on the jet sweep and stays in bounds. Gets to the 22, maybe. And Coach Sarris will call another timeout.
We got a final at St. Francis de Sales, who was ahead of Ashland coming into this game. St. Francis de Sales will go down to Bishop Watterson, 44-7. That should more than likely move St. Francis below Ashland in the region rankings.
Yeah, DeSales is definitely going to drop below us. You would think, losing to a Division III juggernaut nonetheless, but a lower divisional team as well. There's your points in your region rankings. Yeah, they're at 4 at 8-1. Ashland right behind them. So really, if DeSales moves down and we move up, and you had a couple other scores going on here.
Yeah, currently standing at number 2 coming into this game this week. Big Walnut currently leading 28-27 against Westland Cougars in the 4th quarter.
28-27, Big Walnut?
Yes, up by 1.
Westland, I think, is 8-1, right?
Correct. Walnut Ridge, just to finish it out, sitting at number 1 in the region, is going to get the win tonight against Independence, 46-8.
And we'll give you.
Just like we scripted it back in August when we were sweating in the little house over there, boys.
The community room, I think, is
Thank
what you're
you.
looking
I couldn't
for.
find it.
The little house. I like it. Birdie keeper up the middle. And he lunges
That's gonna be a
forward
first down.
towards the 15. It's the BB&C Car Care first down. It also puts the Arrows inside the Ashland Eye Care red zone.
Good job there by Nathan, just taking the QB draw right up the middle, just continue to work it on the outside, and using the big 6'5" frame and a stretch at the end to get that all the way down to the 16-yard line. Move the sticks one more time and force Lexington to take another timeout.
Last timeout, I believe, for the Lexington Minutemen. And the Arrows with a 30-21 lead. We'll try to give you a look at maybe some of the other scores. Worcester and Louisville. Worcester has gone on top, 17-14 last we checked. And Dover and New Philly. New Philly was hammering the Crimson Tornadoes.
Yeah, Final 42-24. Give us some more points, boys.
Now, welcome to the OCC next year, boys.
I mean, that's the oldest rivalry in the state of Ohio, right? New Philly and Dover.
Yeah, it's an awesome one.
Madison leading the Tigers from Mansfield 16-6, a 10-point lead as they go into the 4th quarter.
That's going to be over. Let's be honest. I don't think Mansfield can score 10 more points.
Harding President's still in it, 14-19 on the road against Galleon.
And I said that was a game to watch, and Tony said, oh, yeah, that's a game to watch. That won't even be close.
It's not over.
It's not over. It still could get away from him. Handoff, Baith, left side. Nothing there. and brought down, still on his feet. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, though, so second down. It's at the 16. I mean, you run some clock down here, you can get it under 2 minutes, even if you don't get another first down. You can kick a field goal or just go for it.
Yeah, Ashland needs one more first down to really put this thing away.
Yeah, one more first down. Guys, I don't know, do you have the camera? I got something down here I want to share with you.
Oh,
really
boy.
big surprise.
Yeah,
So
go for it.
let me know when the camera
It's on you. You're on right now.
All right, thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. It was pretty fast that you guys did that. I came home last week from work and down the driveway, and I got a side door, as you guys both know, and there was something hanging out the door. I had no idea, and so I parked the car, and all of a sudden I'm like, what in the world's going on? And
you know there's a game still going on out right behind you. Oh, there it is.
This thing was in my door. I have no idea who delivered it.
Oh, my.
But this is how we roll.
Wow.
Beat Lex, baby.
What's it say? You don't even know, to be honest. You just put it on right.
Give him the L later.
There you go.
We're going to give him the L about right now, boys. Back to you.
All right. Well done.
I thought someone got him his T-shirt gun.
Oh, well, we are still looking for a T-shirt gun, right? We would like the T-shirt cannon. It's a cannon.
Well, I was laughing about it. I said T-shirt shooter thing.
Yeah, that's good vernacular. Well done. I don't think you can spell that. They didn't teach you that at the Dale. Keeper up the middle, Bernie. He's still on his feet inside the 10, getting close to that first down, but knocked down right around the 9, and it'll be third down coming up and short.
Going to get a gain of 3. Yeah, going to set up just a little
fourth down and short, I should say.
4th and 3, 4th and 2.
You just make sure that YOLO box has got plenty of charge. It's going to be a minute here in the postgame, because I think all these arrows have been waiting to celebrate hard-earned victory, what looks like in front of them, gentlemen, and 9 bricks it took, 10 this time, 6 to win the OCC, and these boys are a minute 38 away from doing just that and polishing off the last goal of the season.
I think you might be at level 1,500 in the postgame.
Facts. But I will be dry.
Yeah, that's okay. Are they going to give
one more
Coach
timeout?
Valentine the Gatorade bucket? Is there a Gatorade bucket standing by, Chris? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Brandon, we're a public school, so we have water in those. I'm sure the private schools have Gatorade, but we roll with the water.
Here, I asked for it. Just to be clear, public school kid, K through 8. After that, I was forced to a private school. I can't help it.
You had to get out of the pharmacy.
I had to get away from the pharmacy, Cuyahoga Falls High School. That is correct. 1:27 to go on the clock. 30-21. Arrows with the timeout on 4th down and 4. And Tony, obviously here, you're probably just going to go for it, right?
Yeah, you're just going to run it right up the middle, continue just to have 5 points of contact, make sure you don't fumble. Tell your offensive line, hey, just drive out, no holding, no penalties. We don't want to drag this thing on any more than we want, and just try to pick this thing up. If you don't get it, you're going to give the Minutemen the ball back with 1:20 to go inside their own 10, needing at least 2 scores. So, yeah, definitely just want to go for it here. Bunch formation for the Arrows.
Bernie, handoff. Wow. Baith up the middle, and he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a turnover on downs. But the Arrows hold on to the ball. That was the main point of emphasis right there.
Yep, just don't turn it over. Don't drop it.
1:22 remaining on the clock. A 9-point lead. It would take something crazy, but you never know. This game's not over yet. You need to stop them from scoring quickly.
Pick 6 would be hot.
I would like that final score. It'd be really close to what I thought this might be. I mean, we alluded to it, but let's be honest. Old Wellesley's going to end up closest.
Don't give away all the broadcast secrets.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just referred to myself as Old Wellesley, too. Trips right like I'm 80 years old. Carl in the shotgun. Oh, boy. I think that's Robles behind him. Back to pass. Caudle in his own end zone. Trouble. Rolls away from pressure and launches it downfield. Almost intercepted by the Arrows defensive line. Oh, wow. Oh, Gunnar Lacey was there as well. So Lacey almost came up with a pick. We almost had that pick 6.
Good pressure there by sophomore Grayson Blau, given pursuit in the end zone.
One of the surprises, I would say, of the season, I mean, I don't know about surprises, but like, he's really developed from the start of the year to now. He's gotten much better.
Yeah, he had a tremendous freshman season, playing on the freshman level, got pulled up to JV a little bit, continued to develop, and I think he was, not to use the word again, but like maybe one of those developmental guys that they really thought he could play some JV football, maybe a little bit of varsity football, give Budges. Michael Franz misses his second interception. But giving someone else from that nose guard position some rotation, and even in the first couple of weeks, they had Grayson Blau dressing for JV, and he's just like, I'm exhausted from the night before. And as the season has progressed, he continues to put more and more minutes in, continues to work on his feet work and his hand work, continues to become a better varsity football player, and he's gonna get the bug. He's gonna hit that weight room, and he's gonna come back a monster next year.
Guys, we have to add another international listener to the broadcast.
Oh boy,
the Sturry family checking in from Aruba.
Thank you to the Sturries and to Janny as well for all their support.
If they want an on-location interview, just get us down there.
No, that's me. It's singular, Tony, singular.
And 4th down coming up.
Nice sack by Cooper Smith, the senior, bringing down Joe Cottle for a loss of 2 or 3.
Thanks to our friends at iHeartRadio and joining us here tonight. They'll be back with us next week as well. And we're excited to be back next week here at home again. 4th down, 40 seconds to go in counting. Clock running. Trips right, single to the near side. Cottle in the shotgun. Wish I could just have that on replay. Back to pass. Oh, he's sacked at the 2. Oh, and Lexington trying to get after it, and there's a flag for a little extracurricular. Take the high road, boys. Oh, it was on them. They shoved one of our guys, Chris.
Brandon Briggs, Cooper Smith coming together for a sack.
He didn't like, he went after Cooper Smith. That's
Cooper Smith
52.
going bananas, boys.
Yeah.
He is excited and knows exactly what this one means.
Cade Wall, the junior O-lineman, took exception, and he's going to get flagged for about a yard.
It's going to be a loss of 7, and then the unsportsmanlike conduct will move it back from the 2 to the 1.
So the question is, Chris, I know what you would do here.
On the offense.
I would only think about it.
The Arby's package?
Listen, I would only think about it because of what just transpired. But
oh no, this is the Arby's package right here. If it's
or
me.
you put in a senior that hasn't gotten to play much and give him the ball,
let's
and try to get him in the end zone.
Right here.
Yeah, try to get him in the end zone.
Ashland offense will take over on the 1-yard line. 29 seconds to go, leading 30-21 here. Week 10 against Lexington.
It's the meat package.
Tony, what's the greatest play in football?
Oh, it's not the meat package. It's the victory formation. And Bernie takes the knee because Coach Valentine is a classier man than the rest of us. Well done, Coach. And the Arrows are going to come out with a 30-21 victory and move to 10-0 for the first time since 2006 and the second time in Arrows history, 118 years, the Ashland Arrows are 10-0. We'll take a break and be back after this.
At Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection, we're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
30-21, your final score here at Community Stadium. Brandon Wells and Tony Van Dyne up in the Priest Dental broadcast booth. Welcome into the Hedstrom Entertainment Arrows postgame show. Bringing you unplugged entertainment and all kinds of fun for more than 100 years. Tony, the Arrows with a fantastic win. We're going to send it down to Chris, who's going to catch up with Coach V in just a little bit, I believe. Oh, no, not yet. He's going over to talk to the team. So let's talk through this, guys, first. 10-0. Chris, I'm going to start with you with the history of this being, 10-0 for the first time since 06 and the second time ever. You've been around here a long time.
Yeah, I have. We started going to football games in 2004. Tara and I did, and Camden was born in 2004. He's 20 years old, so that kind of gives you an idea of how long we've been coming. And I used to work with House Wright's dad at Hedstrom back in the day, and they had just showed up from Tennessee, and Katrina had came in and wreaked havoc down in Louisiana and Texas and whatnot. And there was a lot of kids that were displaced down in New Orleans. We ended up welcoming several players and families into Ashland as a community in the district. A couple of those kids played quarterback. And Taylor was not the quarterback to start the season. Taylor actually caught 3 touchdown passes in that sophomore season. Then he transitioned to quarterback, and you know what they say, the history is, it's over, right? You know, and the rest is history. But I've seen ups and downs. I've seen a couple coaches. We've seen some that haven't been great. We've seen a lot of them that have been great. That team in 06 was awesome, and that was legendary. This team is nothing to shake their head about, you know. People can say what they want about the record, the opponent's record. I don't care. The reality is your responsibility is to win the football game that you're in. And these Arrows have done it 10 times and went through a regular season in the OCC undefeated. A Maple Heights team that is, I don't know what they did tonight, but likely potentially 8-2 on the season. So, you know, the Arrows are going to get to another goal, and that's host week 11. And we'll see. It looks like with the points that we're going to get tonight too, we probably have a chance to host week 12 as well. And I think you can see what Coach V, it means to him and the staff and the kids down here in this end zone. And it's just awesome. It's something these guys are going to remember forever. And the stands, there were 4,000 people here tonight. Those fans are going to remember it, et cetera. It's just an awesome, awesome day to be an Arrow.
Tony, your thoughts on tonight's ball game and the season, the regular season, I should say.
Yeah, a good win tonight for the Ashland Arrows, you know, taking the 30-21 victory. It was the defense that came up in the second half. You know, it was the defense that we were at halftime kind of looking at each other saying, man, is the defense actually going to step up and actually win this football game, or what's going to happen here? But to get 3 takeaways, to take 2 of them back for touchdowns, just a huge lift, that offense that didn't struggle. You know, Nathan had some big strikes tonight, 12 of 18. His average completion was for 20 yards, 240 yards, you know, just getting chunk plays at 20 yards per catch. Lexington actually matched our passing yardage, but it took them 42 attempts to do it and 25 completions. So, you know, Lexington came and kind of gave the Ashland Arrows everything that they wanted and could stand. But yeah, Ashland Arrows are going to stand as solo victors of the OCC 2024.
OCC champs, undefeated regular season, home field advantage at least for a week, if not 2 weeks. The Ashland Arrows of 2024 putting together a historic season. And we have been thankful to be bringing you football all season long, thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors and advertisers this season. And I know Chris is about to get rolling here, and we can take a look down there at this senior group and this full group. And it means something a little more special here tonight. 2024 OCC champs, 10-0. Boy, they had that banner ready to roll. Let's send it down to Chris, who's got Coach Valentine.
Hang tight. We're going to let the alma mater finish up.
You got it. What a night.
Well, that game had a little bit of everything. It had turnovers, it had pick six, it had good punts from us, it had good punts from them, it had sacks, it had touchdowns, rushing, passing. What's this mean to you, 10-0 and a perfect season for the second time in your career, second time 10-0 in school history?
Well, like you said, I mean, that's what a conference championship game's all about. And you got to play that out. And you know, it means more to me about our seniors and this group of kids and all the work they put in throughout the year.
So Brandon asked me to kind of give that 2006. We went 12-1 that year, as you know, 10-0. Taylor Housewright and just an amazing group of kids. How does this team? Do you see parallels between this team and that team? Maybe offense, defense, quarterback, etc.
Tell you the biggest thing was that the senior group is a good senior group they're a good group of leaders, and they know how to practice and help themselves get better because they compete against each other. And then again, I mean, we're able to do things offensively with Nate at quarterback and the guys we have, and then defensively we're able to move around and sub guys in, and then special teams. I mean, there's no doubt without special teams you're not getting the job done.
Talk about the defense. The defense did not play particularly great in the first quarter or first half, in my opinion. Maybe, from a different perspective, maybe they did, but it seemed like we missed some tackles. Seems like we let some plays get by us, but the second half was totally different. Was there adjustments or, just a traditional Ryan Stackhouse halftime speech, or what was the difference?
Well, they brought out and did some things that they haven't done. And so anytime they're doing that, you've got to make adjustments. And I think our defensive staff did a great job when they got in at half and made those adjustments to help us be better.
Well, your seniors had a list of topics and check marks that they wanted to do. Tonight was the last check mark, and they got to do it with 2 strikes just in one game. They became OCC champions, and they knocked off this dreaded Lexington team that's rivalry week personified here in Ashland. What's it mean to you to watch these guys just kind of put it all together here and wrap it up?
I mean, that's what's so great about high school coaching, because you get to see those guys. Now, I've only been back for 2 years, so I've been around this group for 2 years now. But to see them be able to celebrate and enjoy the hard work they put in from, because we expect a lot of them. And I'm just proud of them and excited for them to celebrate this.
I misspoke. They checked off 3 because they have a Week 11 home playoff game.
Yes, for sure. That's what we wanted.
Coach, guess what? You can't win them all unless you win the first 10. Congratulations.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Sounds good. T-Bone's here, Tyler Sauter, and you got all the check marks off tonight, man. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible to come in here and be able to do that. We knew it was going to be a 4-quarter game. V was telling us all week, told us in the locker room before and at halftime, and we came out and battled, and we're victorious, came out on top. We had a great week of preparation.
First half looked a little suspect for the defense, all right? They put up some points, and we got beat on some things. What'd you do differently in the second half? You guys had takeaways, another pick 6.
Yeah. Second half, we just kind of cleaned it up, and Stat came in the locker room and told us that ball's in the air, it's our ball, and we kind of took that to heart and went and just started attacking it rather than trying to sit back on it, and I mean, I think that really helped us out defensively, and we just got after it.
Was he calm in that delivery?
Not really.
Stack, we both know him. It was very loud. Walk me through the pick 6 you had.
So we were running our eyes coverage, which is kind of like I just like read the quarterback's eyes as a read concept, and I just saw him look left, and I know he doesn't have a lot of time when we do that, so I knew he's got to get it out now, and I just kind of saw ball out, and I just jumped it and took off.
That's exactly what I called it as well. You took a chance, a 50-50 play, and you went and got the ball and took it to the house. Awesome job, and really proud of you, and congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, who's next? Gabe Baith is here. What do you have, Tony? You had 100 and what? And 6 for 100 right on the button. How would you rate the performance today?
Not bad. Probably could have done a few things a little better, but I got to give my outside guys a little bit of credit. They blocked for me and I hit the hole.
What's being OCC champion mean to you?
I can't explain it. I can't.
The Week 11 home game's got to be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it feels great.
He's our Truex player of the game, co-player of the game with Killian O'Brien.
You're the co-player of the game, the Truex Printing player of the game.
Really? Yeah. I didn't think I had that great of a game.
Well, those 2 cats up there in that booth left up there, one of them's got the touchdown signal. They gave it to you. How about that?
I'll take it.
Yeah, he's going to get you a BW3 gift card, I think, too.
Oh, let's go.
Put Brandon right on the spot. Congratulations. Really proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, Gunnar Lacey's here with me. You played great, but I got to ask you about that last defensive stand there. It looks like you got like face mask with a football. I thought you were going to come down with it, man.
Well, I knew, like, every time he's rolling out, he's just going to look for the back. And then I just seen that thing. I'm like, I didn't think he was going to actually throw it. So I just jumped up as high as I could, and I was just throwing my arms, and apparently hit it. But, hey, well, shut him up right there. It doesn't matter what it, because a win's a win.
Absolutely. You got to win over the dreaded Lexington Minutemen, the biggest rival that we have here in this school. What's that mean to you to knock these guys off?
Well, it's everything, because, I mean, we've grown up with all these guys. We've grown up with all of them. We've known them forever. It's always just been that rivalry. But, like, every week's a rivalry. I don't care who we're playing against. If we win, that's the biggest win in my book because that's what got us to 10-0 and be in that record book.
What's it mean to host a Week 11 playoff game to you?
It's amazing because it's going to help out with the intensity and the everything. Like that's going to help us come out on top. Like instead of having to travel, we're going to come out on top because we got our home advantage.
We had several things go our way as well. New Philly worked Dover tonight, and then Worcester, I'm not sure what happened with them, but they were in a tight battle as well, and so we're going to get some secondary points there as well, so it should help us and lead us potentially, even if we can be successful next week, to a potentially Week 12 game here as well.
That's awesome, yeah. We can take what we can get, I guess. We're going to do our jobs, and they can let it happen.
All right, sounds good. Have a great week of practice. Proud of you. All right, Cooper Smith is here with me. Were you guys playing game? Who was the guy who was going to pick next?
Yeah. I was in line next, but he's got another one, so I was going to let him go. But you said my name, so
I didn't know who to pick. The first one that was closest to me.
The right one.
Yeah, I picked you. That's right. So I thought you made a hell of a sack down here at the end of the game. Did they throw a flag on you, or what was that all about?
Yeah, the center was talking all night, and let him talk and kick his ass.
Did you let him know? Did you let? Okay, we can't do that anymore. Did you let him know that if he wants to wrestle, that'd be fine to come on out there? You can go up to 190, 215, whatever. You'll find him there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's OCC championship mean to you?
Oh, it's a dream. It's been my dream since the day I stepped on this field, and camps and biddy and whatever. So.
And then knocking off Lexington after last year's bitter loss over there has got to be sweet.
Oh yeah, that's what we were working for all week, and it paid off. We put in the work, and it showed.
You know what? They may not even make the playoffs now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is awesome. That makes it even better.
That's Cooper Smith right there. All right, Joey Eisenhart. Well, that was your running mate right there. Yep. What do you think about Lex maybe not making the playoffs because you guys knocked out tonight?
Oh, that's great. I've been wanting to do it all year. I've been wanting to beat them all year for what they did to us last year. I think it's payback.
Absolutely. You guys played great. Your performance was good on both sides of the line. What would you say the biggest turning point was for the Arrows to be successful here tonight?
Definitely our pick six and our interceptions. Definitely just batting down balls. I feel like in the first half of the game we weren't really doing that, but when we came out second half, we were really getting to it, and our secondary is really stepping up.
I know hosting a playoff game on the senior squad was huge for everybody. That was a goal you guys had. You're going to get to fulfill that goal. What's that mean to you?
It means a lot. I've always had that as a goal. We never achieved that in the last years that I played, and it's just a blessing to finally have that in my senior year.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. KOB's right here. KOB, you got in the house twice again tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy I got to score. I should have had that fade down there. I don't know how I didn't catch that, but at least I scored twice.
He's our co-player of the game.
It isn't good that I let up that two-point version of that touchdown.
It's all right. You know what? When you can self-identify and self-critique and self-fix, that's a great sign, and you're only a sophomore, going to keep getting better. You're the co-Truax Printing player of the game tonight. That's got to be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's great. That feels great. The biggest part of this game is just not putting my head down. Just got to keep playing the whole game and do what I can. Even if I mess up, I just got to look past that.
Seems like he was getting a little chippy out there. They might have been grabbing you in the side or the shoulder pad or something there in the first half.
Oh, yeah. 10 had a lot to say, but I wasn't even doing anything to him. He had a lot to say, but scored on him twice, so I guess he can't really talk to him more.
Did you let him know about that?
Well, he was hurt, so I feel like it'd be kind of disrespectful if I said something while he's on the ground. But
well done.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to say nothing, but he knows.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly well said. Just look at the board up there. What's beating Lexington after last year's loss mean to you?
Oh, it feels great. Last year, that really hurt. Just barely slipped in the playoffs with that loss. That was sad, but 10-0, nothing to be sad about right now. We just beat Lex, undefeated in OCC, undefeated season. It feels great.
Sounds good. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to my family in Pennsylvania for always watching my games, even though they can't come. I love you.
Do they listen to the games with the volume up or down?
Oh, they love listening and watching the game.
Sounds good. Thanks, man. Congratulations. All right, who's next? All right, Grayson Baith is next. Good game, man.
Thank you.
What would you say the biggest turning point for the Arrows here to get a win was tonight?
Definitely Michael's interception. His pick six was amazing. We needed that so bad. I think we got down a little bit, but we need to keep our heads up. We were just fine.
That's two pick sixes in the same game, man. That don't happen very often, but Sauter got one early too.
No, they don't. We needed them though. It was a really big play that we got those.
Yeah, it was really good. What's winning the OCC championship mean to you, man?
It means everything. First year on varsity, winning an OCC is amazing, and not even sharing it. We're 10-0. It feels so good.
Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you guys. Guess who's next?
G-Love and the special
My
sauce.
guy.
Yeah.
The unsung hero of the defense all season long. Gavin Hoffman is with us. Man, you got another pick?
Yeah, it was a little toe tapper. I'd love to get a return, maybe get a third pick six of the game, but I'll take it how I can get it. A little toe tap on the sideline. I'm very happy with it.
Third pick six would have been goofy.
Yeah, it'd been crazy. Yeah, it was a wild game. Sometimes offense comes up with helps out with the win, and then sometimes defense. This is a team game, and it's most team game out there. There ain't another game like it. So,
what's checking 3 boxes at one time and one victory mean to you? You beat Lex, you win the OCC championship, and you host a playoff game.
It means everything. I've been playing with these guys since the 4th grade AYFL. I know everybody says all their brothers, but deep down, I mean that. I would do anything for these guys and their family to me, and it's just amazing that we could end it on this. And I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else.
Second 10-0 season in school history. What does that mean? I know it's probably an unfair question because you're 18 years old, but when you're 40 and 50, you have kids, you're going to talk about this. Just right now, raw emotion, what does it mean to you?
It means everything. Just put in history because, yeah, like you said, when I'm older and I'm talking with my kids, I'm like, yeah, me and my brothers, senior year, we went 10-0, and we'll remember that forever. And it's just great to end it like that. And then this is, like Coach Sauter said, the second season's on its way. First season's regular season, we got 10-0. Now we got the big season coming up. So hopefully we can keep it rolling.
Sounds good. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Michael Franz is here, Mr. Pick Six boy. You got one. Sauter had one early, and then you got one in the second half. Had to be pretty excited for you.
Oh, man. What a moment it was, you know. That was close game, you know. We really needed some momentum. You know, I trusted my instincts. I made a play, and that turned the momentum of the game for sure.
That was the play of the game, Chris.
Yeah,
presented by Comfort Control.
That was the Comfort Control play of the game. Your pick six.
Oh, let's go. That's awesome.
Right? Like the Madden memories just keep loading up for you, don't they?
Oh my gosh, man. It's surreal. You know, to think that we'd be in this position is just truly a dream.
And especially for you, right? You got nicked in week 4, week 5. You didn't know what the future held. You could have been, your high school career could have been done. What's it mean to be able to come back and participate in this?
You know, I was going to do anything I needed to do to come back. You know, whether I got to wear a bunch of pads, get a bunch of shots, I was going to do anything to get back on the field with my boys because these guys are my family. You know, they mean so much to me. I would do anything for them.
Where does this single game victory rate for you in terms of your high school career?
Number 1, easily. 10-0, conference champions. I mean, and on senior night, you know, there's nothing better than that.
And we will see you week 11 back here at Community Stadium.
That's right. Yes, sir. I'll be here.
All right, absolutely. Okay, we got the little guy down here.
I see him.
We're OCC champions. What do you think about that?
Good.
We're good. Okay, that's good, boys. Okay, come here. No, we don't want this touchdown celebration. All right, what else do you want to talk about?
No.
Huh?
That Tyler scored a touchdown.
Tyler scored a touchdown.
He sure did.
He got a pick 6, didn't he?
My dad I tried to tackle my dad.
He was trying to tackle his dad. I don't know what that means, guys, but that's exactly what it was. All right, let me go talk to Nathan Bernhard here real quick, boys. They're going to get a picture.
That's all right, Chris. You know, yeah, that was you just talked with a couple of guys who are our co-players of the game and our play of the game. Our thanks to Truax Printing for all your printing needs in Ashland and Loudonville. And Comfort Control for our play of the game, the Michael Franz pick 6. Tony, you said it as well. You picked it. That was the big one. And I think Nathan's about to join Chris. We'll get back to that thought in just a moment. But, you know, our thanks to all of the players and all of the families. And, you know, I know there's folks, watching all over, including Aiden Chandler and C.J. Cox out there at Ohio Northern.
Yeah, they had to check in too, didn't they? I got the same text. How about that?
Yes, sir.
After we gave a little shout out to Aruba, they wanted to say, hey, we got a 2-stoplight town in Ada, Ohio that we're watching too. You didn't even understand what any of that meant, but it was kind of funny. That's all right. 10-0, man. It's got to be a pretty special feeling.
Yeah, I mean, that's special. All the work that we put in the offseason and throughout the season's paid off. After going 5-6 last year and losing at their place in the fashion we did, I mean, they kicked our ass. So, to come out here and get revenge is, words can't explain it.
A victory over Lexington. I don't care if it's on the track or basketball,
chess,
but on
chess club, whatever.
Chess club, debate club. We win all those, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
What's it mean, though, for you guys to do this to them, potentially keep them out of the playoffs, and you guys to at least host Week 11, and likely, if we can win Week 11, Week 12 as well?
Yeah, I mean, we're more focused on accomplishing our goals, going 10-0 and, winning this conference outright than, keeping them out of anything. They're a great team. I know you guys got some hatred for them, and I mean, rightfully so, but, we were more worried about accomplishing our goals.
I think the whole school does, because everybody said when I ask them who's the biggest rival, it's undefeated answer, man.
I don't even know how that happened. I mean, with the Lex rivalry, it's kind of a weird. We haven't played them as much. Worcester we've played for 100 years. Mansfield, all of those. No one likes Lex. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, so it dates back to the 70s. Ev DeVol told me this. The 70s, they came to Ashland. They all sat in our section, and they said, we're not moving. The principal went out and said, we're not playing, and then it was just hatred ever since.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I understand why a lot of schools don't like Lex. I guess there's certain people, that rub people the wrong way, but, not everybody there's like that. But, yeah, I understand. I mean, it's a bit of rivalry, but.
Yeah.
This boy's got to play Major Division I football. He knows how to answer questions. I'm not trying to set him up, but well done by him. All right, last question. What's this mean for you personally to put yourself in the category with some of the greats? I know there was a great article by Doug Haydett this week, and, Taylor, you know the names, Housewright and Fuller and Denbo, et cetera. What's it mean for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, that's all great. The statistics and all that, it's cool to be compared to them. But what was most important is, finishing 10-0, being able to have a season like, Taylor did and they did in 06 and be able to, chase that history and be able to accomplish that tonight. And I mean, I'm proud of this team. I mean, it was really a team effort tonight. Obviously, offensively, we weren't on our best, and I mean that's how it's going to be sometimes. Sometimes the defense has got to pick you up, and sometimes the offense has to pick up the defense. I mean, it's just the way it goes.
I'm really proud of you. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Good job down there, gentlemen. Chris, Tony, let's just put a bow on this one. I think Chris is done down there and wrapping her up.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not done
he's
yet.
Got stacked.
Let me hear about the post-game conversation or maybe post-game speech that you delivered.
I didn't give one.
That's not true. It's going to stay a state secret, guys. We have a thing in the broadcast world, and when coaches don't send us stuff on time, we say hashtag state secrets, and I think you're going to say the same thing back to me, aren't you?
Yep.
I did not say a thing.
That's it. What's it mean to you? You're an alumni, obviously. You've been on staff here for millennia. What's it mean to go 10-0 and the second time, really, that you've seen it, but now on staff as a defense coordinator?
It feels great. You have to give the credit to all the coaches. They coached their butts off the past couple of weeks to improve on some things and get better at some things, and you saw it tonight, especially in the second half. The first half was kind of a little shaky here and there and missed some assignments, but coaches talked to the players. Offense kept the ball from them a little bit. We scored a couple touchdowns. The kids played absolutely great in the second half.
We had some things go our way today. New Philly absolutely worked over Dover. They doubled them up, basically 42-24. And then Worcester, I'm not sure what happened in that game, but that was close. And then we're going to get some other secondary points as well. So we could potentially, if we can win next week, host Week 12 as well. It's got to be something that's really special to you as well.
Oh, yeah. When we play here, I feel like we play pretty well defensively, so we got to keep that rolling.
Sounds good. Proud of you guys.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Chris. Tony, this has been a fantastic regular season. Just give me your key tonight for the Arrows win.
The defense just stepping up in the second half and turning on the pressure. You really saw a different level of energy come from that defensive line. You really got after Joe Cottle, especially once they became a one-dimensional team and started to, really start to chase some points. Then all of a sudden, when you get some pressure, you start forcing some balls up. All of a sudden, the secondary can make some plays. The big pick six by Michael Franz to make it a 2-possession lead and becoming the play of the game really just changed the things. And then from that point on, it just felt like it was all Ashland in the fourth quarter.
Well, my Sid Suds key to the game tonight, guys, was the fact that we got down in the ball game, and it was sort of one of those moments. It was kind of a gut check, right?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't been down much this season. All of a sudden we get down. It's like, okay, how are we going to respond?
Yeah.
And our guys responded well. They didn't panic. Coaches didn't panic. Players didn't panic. And they overcame it and realized, hey, we're still the better team. Slow and steady wins the race, and ultimately they came out with the win. So Thanks to our good friends at Sid Suds for superheated power washing. All your power washing needs that you need. Tony, I will tell you that we'll be back here next week. TBD as far as who we're going to play.
Yeah.
But we are super excited that we'll be here next week back here on the Arrows Broadcasting Network, back on iHeartRadio 1340 as well. The Arrows come out with a 30-21 victory tonight for Chris Mowry and Tony Van Dyne and all of our wonderful crew, Ian Owens, Garth Boyd, and Brandon Gunder. I'm Brandon Wells saying God bless, Godspeed, and go Arrows!